I refuse. It's over.
I knew you were gonna fucking.
What is your horse? What is your horse?
Praveen's too cool.
That's how Praveen rides the horse.
We
He's
spent
just like,
all day planning that.
It took too long. What was that?
Yeah.
That's the fun. Gotta make it awkward.
classic Steve
I wanted to make it
intro.
You failed.
Welcome everyone. We don't get to see ourselves anymore. It's like the most bizarre.
Yeah, you get to see the chat, which is way more important.
We used to be able to see ourselves, and I do like it. Okay.
Steve would just stare at himself
even-
the entire
Yeah,
stream
you
and
just get
preen.
lost in thought.
Narcissist. Welcome to another amazing week of. That was a Twitch Played Boards game. Tilted Table, starring your favorite Twitch staff at
Me.
Twitch.
2 years and we still can't do an intro.
All right.
I hope you guys can actually hear me. Am I louder than the music? We are playing a brand new, unreleased, special game, High Roller Horse Derby, right?
High roller horse racing.
Horse.
Very close.
What's this derby? It says derby. Oh, maybe that's
It's the Champions Derby,
Oh, okay.
which we'll
Horse-
explain later.
High Roller Horse Racing. It's unreleased. It
Steve,
is
get
coming
your
to
shit
Kickstarter this
Fall.
year, this fall.
Yes.
The designer of this game is in our chat right now.
Battleborn GMS is the designer of this game, who so
Gross.
graciously provided us with a prototype. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this is more or less the worldwide premiere of this game, at least on Twitch, if not on the
And so pretty
internet
much
in
worldwide,
general.
right? Like
Yeah.
no one else cares about.
Exactly.
Wait, this is a prototype? It looks so polished.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, according to my tweet, this is an exclusive.
It's an exclusive. Twitch
Exclusive,
exclusive.
Scott, welcome to our chat.
Fake news.
So Battleborn GMS is Scott, the designer.
Yes, worldwide premiere. It's amazing. So,
Oh, man,
we are
100%.
super excited to show you all
Don't do it.
this game because this is a game all about horse racing and gambling on horses, which is perfectly timed because the 2018 Kentucky Derby is this weekend, which is very exciting.
Is it?
It is. Yes. Yes.
He's breaking
And-
I know,
Is it true?
Is it?
Is it true? All right.
Yes. And before we jump into how to play the game, I want to. Yes, it is. It is a world premiere exclusive of horses introduced by horses.
Oh, I forgot to introduce ourselves. We introduce ourselves. We do things. We play games.
I'm
Bojack.
Praveen, aka Hieroglyphics.
Mario.
Oh!
Ooh.
My flow's off. Praveen, don't come back. This is your last. This is your last beat.
I'm delivering you some horses. Are you demanding them?
No.
All right, presentation. Mario, aka what was that? Like long hair guy.
Oh, Spanish
No.
long hair guy.
AKA
S-
Mario
S-
Mario.
SLHG.
Spanish long-haired guy, aka. Do you have a Twitch name? You wanna?
To the Mario. Yeah.
To the
That's
Mario.
The actual real name.
I'm Steve, aka Horse on Demand.
I'm Jordan, aka Axel Hellfire.
I'm Greg, aka Alec.
Nice. Good job, everyone.
boring.
All right. Good
This is
job.
not boring. Alec is a great name.
That's an
I
amazing
approve.
Who did you bribe to get that?
name. I'll never tell.
I want Steve, but it's
Bad boy over here, babe.
Rip. So,
Actually, I want Steve.
Great result.
a few quick things that I want to put out about this game before we jump into actually how to play. One is that this game uses real life,
Horses.
well-known horses.
Yeah.
And they each have unique stats that basically drive their movement engine, which
Every
is really
horse
cool.
has a story.
So yeah, so the horses are not made equal necessarily. They're all unique, and the base game comes with a bunch of famous legendary horses such as Seattle Slew or American Pharaoh.
Would you say they each have unique horsepower?
Yes, yes they do.
Seattle Slew is in here.
Oh, you didn't let me finish my spiel. So, however,
Classic
tonight
Steve interrupting.
we
people.
have a special double exclusive, thanks to Scott. We have the 2018 Kentucky Derby horses, which we're going to play with. So, watch who wins tonight and then go place a bet because we're clearly going to predict the winner of the race this weekend.
Is this the new thing? Like before the
Wait.
Super Bowl, they have like the babies pick
Yeah.
the Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
From
We
now on,
actually-
it's like Twitch chooses.
Yeah.
Tweets
okay.
predicts.
For real though, we should retweet this weekend. Were we correct? Did our game predict
Yeah.
the winner?
Yeah, we should.
like how many horses in order to be it correct.
I don't actually know what the post position draw for the real Kentucky Derby is, and that could definitely affect things.
I literally
But-
don't know what that meant.
It's fine.
You just said words, and I was like, okay.
So
you'll
Praveen,
find out once we figure out how to play the game.
I want to make a controversial topic. Praveen, you insulted horse racing before the stream started. Do you want to reiterate?
I want to bring up a non-controversial topic that Steve is spouting straight up fake news.
The thing that Praveen brought
So
up was
wrong.
the fact he asked, "Is horse racing a sport?" Because I don't think it's a sport.
I did not say that. That's straight up lies. That's slander.
I thought
Can I get a
Do you know
lawyer?
what slander even is? No.
Yes. I know what the definition of the word means. That's all that matters.
what you just said was slander.
It was not slander.
No.
Yeah, you said, do you know what slander even is?
Wait,
I
what is
never.
that?
I asked. I did in fact ask, "Is horse racing a sport?" But the second part of that was just
In Steve's
Steve's
head.
wild imagination, just fabricating falsehoods left and right.
Maybe I was just
Unfounded
reading into the,
accusations.
I was reading into the undertones of the question,
Sad!
Praveen, and
Exclamation
I
point.
disagree with it.
I'm just going to assume, Narcoleptic Penguin, that if anyone here in chat says they're here for Steve, that they typoed it.
Double Lock's here for me.
But
The chat is
clear,
so
they said
borderline
here
on me.
for Stove, so it's clearly not you.
Horses on demand.
Look at this. Look. I know
What's
Orbit
cooking,
Light-
Clavius?
Orbit Light, Clavius. Yeah. Double Hawk's here for me. Double Hawk's always here for me.
Uh-huh.
Well, so horse racing may not be a sport, but horse racing board game totally is a sport.
I agree with.
Yeah,
I agree,
That is
Mario.
totally.
Like,
That 100%.
Producer,
sport.
would you mind refreshing our event list because it seems a little out of date?
What is this refresh you
But
speak of?
anyways, so we're playing High Roller Horse Racing, horse gaming,
Heist
racing,
game, horse.
heists. Blah, 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 blah.
Horse
We're
riding.
playing
Okay,
High
you guys
Roller
missed-
Horse Racing.
Okay, can we go back? Horses on Demand, thank you for the 8 months. Giddy up, y'all. Horses on Demand says. Axel Hellfire, thank you for the host. Unmade Gaming, thank you for the host.
And some more.
Horses on Demand, thank you for the host.
Twitch Office, thank you for the host. Hey!
All the hosts.
Casual Sax. You have an amazing name and welcome to the table. So, spiders, hawks, and penguins. It's true, there are many animals in here. All right. So,
only one
we
meat.
have
Horse radish.
8 horses and 5 players. I wonder how that's going to work out. And we're going to find out right now because our illustrious producer is going to come and explain the game and tell us how it works.
Wait, I need the plot. Are we horse owners? Are we gamblers?
Yes.
We are horses. We are the horses.
No.
Is this like Camelot?
Up to you. You can explain from over there
I'll,
if you
I'll
want.
just explain from over here.
Great.
Okay, great.
Well, wait, actually, before, can I bring up the stream snacks? We can eat that while you're...
I think
okay.
the double hawk is
Sure.
technically the best because there's 2 hawks.
It's stream snack time, everybody.
So, I can't see the camera, so I don't know if I'm
It's the
showing it
stream
or not.
snack Target.
Did you buy this at Target? I think.
I bought it at Target. I believe they're Target exclusive snacks.
They're little bullseye Oreos.
Yeah, I'm a little weirded out by
Wait,
this.
really?
They're not.
I was like, yes, I'm so good at this.
Okay, they are Oreos.
They're very
They're
targeted.
guaranteed to hit the spot.
Okay, but I'm going to cover up. Okay, don't look. This is what they are. What do you guys think it is? What flavor do you
Cherry
think?
cola.
Peppermint.
I can't see it.
I'm going with cherry cola.
Cherry Coke.
Wait, what's up at the top there?
It looks like cherries following
It
into a
definitely
can.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
cherry
it does,
Dr.
yeah.
Pepper.
Cherry
Cherry
cola.
Coke.
That's what
Cherry
I'm going
cola.
with.
Cherry Coke.
They are cherry cola Oreos now with popping candy on the inside.
Oh,
shit.
I see. To make sense.
Wait,
Yeah.
these are
Very
Target
concerned.
exclusive?
I think
This
so.
is
They,
horseshit.
they have definitely missed an opportunity to make, instead of like half red, half white, as it is on the package, to actually be the Target.
True.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah,
miss.
they
Probably
missed
wouldn't do
one.
that.
That was a
Target,
missed marketing
hire us.
opportunity.
They can only do that with toothpaste.
They're
Double
beautiful.
Hawk says is mistake a
This is
flavor.
magical. No one knows.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my god, they smell like cherry cola.
Flavor.
Oh my god, yes they do. Holy crap.
So it actually goes well with my Coke.
Yeah.
Let's
You
mix
should
it
put
up.
it in there.
I never
Good.
thought I was gonna do
I don't
Sad,
that.
like Oreos
sadly, I
or
can only
cherries.
eat the cream because I'm on
Sam?
soft foods right now.
This is
Yeah.
double bad.
Really?
So
Yeah.
bad.
Oh.
So if someone wants this
Whoa.
cookie that just fell off and I didn't eat, you can have it.
All right.
Oh no. I don't know how to eat on Unreal. I'm the European in
It's
the room.
popping in my mouth.
Mhm.
I'm so apprehensive about this.
All right, producer, take it away.
Great. So,
It's not supposed to
high
be
roller
for you.
horse racing. There's actually kind of 3 phases to the game. In the first phase, you're actually buying your horses. So this is the ownership phase where you're going to actually go through all here. Let me switch the camera.
Oh, do we-
Where you're going to go through and Jordan's off camera. Okay. You're going to choose which horses you want to buy. Your horses have different stats. And I'll explain those stats when I get to the third phase.
That's some-
The second
Yeah.
phase is
Don't have
you
horses yet.
you actually are betting on the horses. So regardless of who you own, you can bet on any horse based on their outcome in the game.
Oh God.
So we'll go through that when we get to that point. And then the third phase is basically the actual race itself.
The popping.
So basically at that point you're rolling d6s to determine how far your horse moves around the bend. So in the first phase, the owner phase, you're all going to roll a die, decide who goes first, and then you'll have like a snake style auction
Oh, wow.
going clockwise. So the
Yeah.
idea is you'll
Draft, rather.
Yeah, draft basically.
Wait, is it an auction draft,
Draft.
though?
It's a
It-
it's a
Oh,
draft.
it's a
It's
snake
a draft.
draft.
It's a
So
draft, but they're
there
set
are-
prices for
Yeah,
the horses.
so there are 5 of us, and there are 8 horses. So the person who gets to pick first is only going to have 1 horse, but they're going to ostensibly have the best horse, whatever they think that is. And all the horses on your racing form have a set price, and so you can see what they're going to cost
Where?
right
Oh,
here.
no, okay.
And there are 3 different types of horses. There are favorites, stalwarts, and long shots. And within a category, they're in a lot of ways somewhat balanced and similarly priced. But the favorites are definitely better stats than the stalwarts, which are definitely better than the long shots.
Yeah, and for folks who I don't know if they can they see the sheet? Is that visible? to
I'm
them?
not sure if producer has that up or not.
So
They can't see the
basically, the way it looks like
Tell
the
me if
favorites
I'm
have
killing them.
strengths with no drawbacks. The stalwarts have some slight strengths with some slight drawbacks, and the long shots seem to just have drawbacks.
Exactly.
Was patience a,
Yeah,
is
more or less.
patience a drawback? It seems
I
like-
think patience,
Yeah.
Patience is a
strength.
good thing. Patience is a good thing.
So
So maybe they do have
So
some
they're like-
benefits, but they're
Yeah.
very weak.
You
Yeah,
can be like the
patience is
best
not
of
as-
the. There's like the best of the worst. Like
Patience-
Vino Rosso
yeah.
is the worst.
yeah.
Patience is not a huge strength.
Yeah, so why
What
don't
is patience? What
It
do a
says
horse
right
need?
here.
Okay, so
we'll explain that in a bit, but
So
yes,
be-
you also have a glossary.
because it seems like people want to get into what each one of the things does, let me explain the actual racing component.
Yes.
So Jordan, if you want to like pretend that you're a horse,
Yeah,
or you're,
I'm
that's
some
what-
That's like
horses.
every day of his life.
You're always gonna do that.
So basically,
Oh, my.
every round during the actual race, you're going to roll a d6 for your horse. Now there's a ride die, which is the white die, and there's also a drive die, which is the green die. So basically, drive,
Ride or die.
ride or drive. Yeah.
Close.
Ride or die.
I mean, it basically,
You
drive
can
is
have an
basically
option
die.
or buy horses in turn like the
Ooh.
rules lay out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
we go
probably
for
gonna
the
go-
auction. I say we go for a blind auction.
No.
Blind
We're
auction.
probably going to go with the draft just in the interest of time,
Like,
Yeah.
because with me being the only one who has played before, you guys don't really have a
that actually
concept
makes it
of what
better.
they're
Then
worth.
we can just like
We're learning
bet
in
any
real time.
amount.
There are special
It
rules
actually
for how that
says
works.
in the rules you don't want to let people bet any amount.
Because there will be that one guy who
Praveen
That's
will ruin
exactly
it for everyone.
That's the greatness of the blind auction. You know, Steve is gonna say, Justify is the best horse because it's highest on the
Scott
list.
knows
He's
you.
gonna bet $3,000.
But you don't want to
The,
reduce
the
the game
rules
to that.
specifically say there's going to be that one guy who wants to be able to bet as much as possible, and that person is going to ruin the game for everyone else. Praveen.
Wait, that's bad for you, isn't it? Isn't that bad for you if you lose all your money buying your horse?
but it also
he didn't
messes
say
up
you're
the
gonna
auction.
win. He just said it's gonna ruin the game.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anyways, we're gonna do
all right.
snake draft.
Yeah.
But we're
So-
talking about movement.
Right. So on your horse, you'll see there's actually a number for ride or die. That's like a ride or drive. That's a bonus.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you'll see that there's also a front half and a back half.
Yeah. On the racing forms, for those of you who are looking here, speed and stamina are front and back, which he's going to get to in a moment. Ride and drive are different from speed and stamina slightly.
And patience, and so you had someone ask about it. Number of spaces a horse can store up instead of using or burning in a single
Yeah.
turn.
I don't quite know what that means.
All right. So let me just have Jordan kind of demonstrate. So go ahead and
I'm gonna have Vino Rosso ride here. And I got a 4.
4. Okay. So as you can see, you can move around the circle. If you want to move to an inner lane, it actually costs you 2 movement points. So he could only move 2 and then move 1 inside.
Exactly. So in this case, I was here and I went 1, 2, 3, 4 to use my whole 4.
Yeah.
So in
However-
other words, there is no diagonal movement.
Yeah, and in this case, because I'm Vino Rosso, that's exactly how it would have gone.
Yeah.
Let's.
So to that point, if you move outside, it only costs 1. So you can
Right.
diagonally move outside for 1, but inside
Yeah.
costs you 2.
So I could have gone 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And I assume you cannot move through a horse.
Correct.
Right. And so that's where patience would come in. So let's say that
You can
horse
move
was
like
in
that,
the.
right, like this counts like.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yes.
even if this one is blocked here, so you can still move diagonal like that.
Right.
Yes.
So let's say you had something like this, and you were this horse, and you
stuck.
came. Maybe you were like this, and you rolled like a 4. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Right.
But with 5, you can also
Or
go to the,
you could go 1, 2, and store 2
Two
patience by
patience.
grabbing patience tokens. If your
that is
horse
patience.
can store that much based on their patience amount, which is the number of total tokens you can have. So basically, you're saying, I want to stay on this inner lane. I'm willing to save 2 of my moves for a future time, even because I'm blocked and I don't want to spend it all going around them.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so now you'll see, like, once you get to the middle point, Jordan, you want to move the horse, one of the horses to the middle point?
Dark
This is
said
the middle
no.
point.
No,
You're
keep flopping.
super
Yeah.
dark.
So once you get to the.
The red and white midway point.
Yeah, once you get to the red, white, midway point, then that's when you do the second half. So your stamina stat is what kicks in.
Yeah.
So once the head of your horse crosses that line, the next roll you have is going to be based on the modifiers for the back half
Yeah.
of the race.
So your speed is what you add or subtract to your roll in the first half of the race. Your stamina is what you add or subtract to your roll in the second half of the race. So if you look at the horses, some of them are really good early and start to flag late, whereas other ones are better late because they have more stamina.
Second half it starts from here.
No, second half starts from
I
there, the
Yeah.
red and white
And
marker.
this is the finish, not this. 'cause
Correct.
You might
Yeah,
get
so you
damage
start at the
late.
starting gate, but you actually finish here where
So
the
it's
finish
like
line is.
1 and a little more.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, because people is
Yeah.
sitting in there, so
Yep.
you get them more spectacle. of
Exactly.
course.
Yep, and you can see
There's
there's
so
a
realistic.
there's a little icon on there that looks like a disqualification ring. So basically, the downside of doing the drive action is if you roll a 1 out of 6, you're actually disqualified from the race.
Exactly.
What's the drive?
But
is that
the-
like when you hit the horse?
The upside is, yes, you can drive the horse, and if you when you choose the drive die, you can add 1 to your roll. So if you were to look at these owner title cards, all of the drive stats are just 1 more than what the ride stat above it was. So if you do drive, it's whatever you roll on the drive die plus 1 plus or minus whatever the stats are from the ride.
And it's important to know
so
that
ride or die.
when you do roll a 1 and you get disqualified, you actually in the normal game you have to actually pay up $600 as a penalty for being
In real
DQ'd.
money too. That sucks.
Yeah, in real money. But today we're gonna play like a
and
3.
before Steve is disqualified
Yeah.
on his first roll.
No.
Was it both die together?
No, just one.
just
You
one.
you pick when you roll on your turn.
Yeah.
And so it's also important to note that because we're playing a variant, we're playing like the 3 horses in a row or 3 races in a row.
Yeah.
It's only 300 when you DQ.
Yeah. So we're gonna play what's called a point series, where the top 4 finishing horses in each race will be assigned a certain number of points based on their placement, and then at the end of 3 races, the horse with the most points will be awarded the largest amount of money from the owner's purse. Whereas you could play this as a single race game where you pay out from the owner's purse at the end of 1 race. But we'll be able to bet individually on each race, but we'll only pay out to the owners once, which Sam is about to explain in full.
Yeah, and before I get to the payouts, the one last thing is to get to the end of the race. What happens is the first horse that crosses the finish line triggers essentially the final round, and the rest of the horses still get to ride in that round. If they cross past the horse, then they essentially win.
So everyone gets an equal number of turns, and then at the end of that set of turns, well, not necessarily an equal number of turns, but the end of the turn in which they cross, then whoever's the farthest gets that placement. That is also how you determine second place and third place and fourth place. If 2 people crossed like I've laid out here, they would be first and second, and then you would play another round to see who got third as to be who was the next one to cross.
Oh, it doesn't matter that third and fourth aren't equal?
Correct.
Correct.
Because on the next round, maybe this guy rolls a 6 and this guy only rolls a 2.
okay.
So then this one makes a last-minute finish
Yeah.
for third place instead of being fourth.
Guys,
Yeah.
Technophilly is in the house. Put your hands in the air and drop the bass
Oops.
and let me
And wave them like you just don't care.
No, and let me
No treble. No treble.
Yes, odds say that on average, if you try and drive your horse all the way around the track, you have about an 80% chance of disqualifying. Sam and I
has a
actually-
100% chance of
Sam and
disqualifying.
Sam and I actually did a test run of this game over the weekend just to make sure we understood everything. We each played 2 players owning 2 horses each. All 4 of Sam's horses got disqualified, and 3 of my
Rip
4 finished because he drove more than I did. So 5 of the 8 horses got disqualified in our first trial because we picked the drive die too much.
Because
be
of
very
animal abuse.
yeah.
So-
I would say the drive die is either like a gamble to make early on, or it's like a
Hail Mary.
I'm losing, but I have a chance to catch up if I get that just extra 1 at the very end. So you just push it. It's not a I'm just going to use it every time and abuse it.
That's what you think.
So,
Fundamental
Conveniently
question.
out.
Why is the drive die a different color if all it does is give you +1?
I think it's just to make it very obvious which one you chose. So you can't roll the die and be like, oh, I got a 1. I actually said ride.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
UX versus UI, Greg.
Yeah.
Designing with Steve in mind. I like
Yes. Yeah.
all right.
Steve doesn't even deny it. He's like, yeah.
So it's also important.
Drive
to
die is the desperation die. Exactly, Dark
Yeah,
Citadel.
yeah.
So it's also important to note that the way turn order works during the round. So essentially, you're gonna draw a starting post position, and that's where your starting position is. But in each round, the person who's furthest ahead will go first. And then if you're both at the same like square, the person who's in the innermost lane will go first. So Jordan, you want to just line some
Yeah.
stuff up?
So
The innermost lane have fewer spaces. Is that correct?
It
in the
does,
turn, yes.
Yes.
In the turn, the innermost lane has fewer spaces, which comes up to a couple points. So first of all, here's an example of what Sam was saying. In order to figure out who goes first in this setup, White or Justify would go first because they're on the inner lane, then Audible, then Good Magic. In the case of this, you have to look at the staggered where the front of that space is. One more thing that I think we didn't call out is that you cannot change lanes to the inside on a turn.
Oh.
You can
So
change
in-
lanes to
in
the
a-
outside, but you can't. So if you're here, you can't go here because it's hard enough to make the turn as is. You can't also shoulder your way inside.
Only on the turn.
Only on the turn, and you can tell when you're in the turn because it is curved. Basically, from here where you don't have the ends lining up to here where you have them lining up again. All of this is the turn, and you
It
can't.
looks like
do that.
each lane has an additional 2 spaces the further out you go.
Yes. So it is
Brutal.
often very advantageous to try and get on the inner track, but you can't move into the inner. You can move into the inner track as you go in. So from here, you can move here, or here to here, or here to here. But once you're in the turn, you cannot move inward. You can only do that once you're out of the turn again.
What about exiting the turn?
You can when you exit the turn.
Can
you
when
can
you
change
exit,
lanes
okay.
when you
So
exit.
Sure.
in that transition, you can do it, but not when you're in the game.
Scott can correct us if we're wrong, but we're going to say, unless he says otherwise, that when you are on the last space of the turn, you can move inward when exiting the turn.
Alright.
I'm not actually sure if that's the case or not, so we'll wait for a rules check on that. But
Okay.
why don't we talk? I think that's basically everything for the actual movement.
Yep.
Why don't we talk about the draft and betting real quick?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the betting screen. So,
Yeah, I say actually just do the betting because the draft is relatively simple.
Yep.
Can
So
you
it-
show us the betting
Well, I
screen?
just
No.
want to know.
You
like,
guys can
what
look-
is the
pull the
objective
purse
of the
manager.
game?
You have a
the
purse
most money
manager
at
up
the
by
end?
Praveen. Yes.
yeah.
To
So
win the
the
game is have the most money. Absolutely.
Just like real life.
Yep. And there are
Yeah.
2 ways to get money. It's
So if you look at that purse manager,
Yeah.
all of the money
Oh, is
that
this thing?
no, it's right in front of you, Praveen.
says
That's my
purse
bad.
It
manager
says
on
purse
it.
manager. Okay.
It's a
I
giant
look for
thing.
like an actual purse.
It's a giant thing with money that says purse manager.
So if you look at the purse manager, there's an area that
that a
says
purse?
owner's purse.
Imagine your
Now,
purse.
the owner's purse basically is all of the money that you guys spend buying your horses will go into the owner's purse. The person who gets the win will get basically half of the owner's purse. The person who gets place will get a third, and the person who gets show will get a sixth.
What is that? What does
What
that
does
mean?
that mean?
So the way that works is that when you buy the horses, all the money you spend on the horses will become part of the owner's purse.
Yes.
And once you have the full stack of money that everyone has spent, plus all the money that they spent from getting disqualified in the races, you're going to deal them out 3 to the top row, 2 to the second row, and 1 to the
No,
third row, and then
question-
you're going to repeat
my
that.
question is win first, place second, and show third?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
I could have just said that.
And
Oh,
how
okay,
does
yeah.
that
Yeah.
work?
So now we're going to get into the betting.
So now when you look at the betting,
Thank you, Ringing 10.
Thank you.
it's
Thank Battleborn Games. They did an awesome job. This game is super pretty.
Oh, I read that as
very
Battleborn
nice.
GMs. I was like, oh, that's pretty badass.
Question: Can you throw bananas? No.
No.
if you
Shells.
have bananas.
Shells.
If you're patient.
As long as we ban blue
No
shells,
blue
that shit
shells.
is busted.
Blue shell. If
Yeah.
I don't like who goes first.
That's actually going to be the next version of this game.
Literally,
is
it's like Mario
reskinning
Mario
it
Kart
like
Racing.
Mario Kart.
Like, by
Mario.
the idea. Literally, though.
That is it, man.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine? If
He's
this
going to call it High Banana Hobby
No, what they
Racing.
need to do is they need to do that for real life horse racing.
High
Then I would
banana
get
kart
into
racing.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
dude just
Cat
throwing
banana.
conch shells
There we
left
go,
and
Cat
right.
Banana
That
Kart
will be
Racing.
fun. All right, betting then.
So when we go into the betting round, basically we're going to draw a post order. So figure out whose horse is going first, and the person in the back gets to bet first. At that point, they can place a bet on any horse on the table,
Including their own.
including their own.
So wait, when
Aha.
you say bet, I'm like buying the horse that's me in this game.
No.
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 Bet is you're betting on someone to win,
To win.
place, or show, i.e. one of the first 3 spots of the race. You might, as the person who's in last post position, which means you go last, you might say, well, my horse doesn't have a great chance of winning this race, so I'm going to bet on Praveen's horse, which is going first and has great stats.
But then aren't I going to aptly subvert other people that are letting Praveen win, basically?
Can you bet against yourself and
But
force lose?
There's
Or
there's not that much opportunity for you to like help Praveen win once the race starts.
I see. Yeah.
You could
So it could be a race to lose.
yeah, you could like potentially try to block someone on the track.
But like, wouldn't I just like not try to win though if I didn't bet on myself?
No, because if you
So
win,
the owner's purse is pretty
Yeah.
hefty
so
For being the first place winner.
no
for being the first place overall.
So like I said,
Yeah.
this is going to be a 3 race point series.
Yeah.
So you're going to get points based on being in the top 4 placement of each race. And at the end,
okay.
the horses with the top 3 most points will get paid out of the owner's purse, which is going to be a lot of money separate from what's being bet.
And like the money I have in front of me lasts all 3 races.
Yes.
And I don't get it back until.
Money you get from betting on each race, you will get back to spend. to
Oh, at
bet
the end
on-
of each
on-
race?
yes.
Yeah.
But the owner's purse you don't get until the very, very end.
I bet all my money on not
Because
Steve.
when you can bet,
Can I
you can bet on the
short
winner
sell?
of an individual race.
How do
but
I get it back? Just like get the same amount
We'll
back
pay.
that I put in?
No, we'll pay
There's
out.
odds.
We're going to explain that. We're going to
Yeah.
explain that.
He's gonna explain that.
Oh,
So-
dang.
Steve has like never heard of gambling in his life. He's like, what?
Basically.
There's odds and you get
I
money?
played
It's
Go Fish
crazy.
at
The more
in Las
people,
Vegas.
the more people who bet, the more money gets available to disperse. That's how gambling at horse races works.
So
That's
so
how
think
any
so
form of
more or
gambling
less.
ever.
That is literally not how it works.
If
Yeah,
there's
it's-
more money available, there's more payouts. That's just
Yeah.
a fact.
Yes.
Corruption is a strategy, just like real
Have you
life.
ever played Texas Hold'em? You win more money when more people play the hand and bet.
I get it.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
clearly don't.
okay.
That's
But if
fine.
you want to look
1v1.
under the table, I'll slip
Yes.
you a little
So
something.
Battle War
Yeah.
Game
You
says
always-
most of the time the owner benefits much more than the bettor, so there's no real threat of throwing a race to help out a horse you bet on. You're
Yep.
betting on another horse is basically hedging your bets that you're not going to win, so that you still come away with money.
Anyone studying the GRE, that's a great little memory
see.
about hedging.
So it's a loss mitigation more than.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And remember, there are going to be 3 horses potentially that we pay out bets for. So you could have one of your horses finish at the top of the points series while also having another horse finish in an individual race that pays out the bet.
Yep.
So you're not just hedging your own bets. You're actually just trying to figure out what that particular race looks like.
I have a question. Can we only bet before the race, or can we do
Yes.
like bet during the race?
No.
So here's a
No real time gambling.
No.
related to that though. If we have the same horses every time, we're doing 3 races. I mean, obviously there could be random outcomes, but why wouldn't you just bet on the same horse?
That's
the
why I
entire
said
time?
we should do an auction.
Because of post position is going to be a factor there. Because at the beginning of the race, the horses that go first, if they roll well enough, are going to have the best chance to kind of clog
Yeah.
up the lanes,
'Cause
so
they can
that
start.
the horses that go second will not be able to move as far. And if you're a horse like Justify,
Always mean.
who has no patience, you can't store moves. You just lose them if you
That's
can't
like a
use them.
perfect. That I can picture
Right.
that right now.
I like that. Steven seems like the kind of guy that bets on both red and black to guarantee you win.
Yes.
Can't lose.
I also
It's called rolling a green.
Right.
It's called
Steve
rolling
is the
0.
guy who
Yeah.
like is playing freaking bet red or black, and then it goes black, and he says, "What are the odds it's black again?" And then
Yeah.
he bets on red.
yes, that's
That's a
It's
Yeah.
a
Steve
gambler's fallacy.
Yeah.
No, that's not the gambler's fallacy.
the other thing is
That's just the
Fallacy.
math fallacy.
while the stats are different, they're not so different that like the favorites are going to win every time over something as short as just 3 races.
Can you upgrade your horse?
The
in
statistics are
races?
better.
Yeah, one
You
of
can add new engines to them. You can also change the paint color on your
The
horse.
money
What
wa-
if I want a gold weapon?
Dark Citadel. Currently, the money
That's
is
not
one is only used
I
for
want a
betting.
skiing. I want a new skiing. I
Does,
will pay
does
money for it.
Battleborn sell hats for the horses?
Right, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, are there DLC skins? What are we talking about here?
That would be awesome.
All right, so producer, why don't you tell us how the betting actually works?
Okay.
Sarcasm, I'm great.
So basically, we're going to go around and bet, and it's going to be $300 per bet that you place in the order.
I'm
So-
betting or am I buying myself?
You're
My horse.
betting
You're
on
betting.
any horse.
You're betting on any horse.
So- this
Why
is
are we
after
betting
you-
before I just?
No,
No,
we're
this
not.
is after
This is
you
a
This is
buy.
after you buy. This is
It's
after you buy.
after the horses are bought, then we do betting.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. My question is this: this is all the money I have.
Yes. You have $4,500.
What is the meta on like?
What is
paying
the
money?
meta?
Okay, the most a horse
What
costs
is
is,
the meta
is
on this
$1,600.
unreleased game?
Okay, I see. Okay, so like I can buy any horse that's on offer, and then you buy the next horse. You
What
buy-
is
Yes.
the meta in a
So
group
even
of
if
people
you
who've
get
never
2
played
horses,
this game before?
the most you're gonna pay is probably like 2,000.
Got it.
Wait,
you
you
have
get multiple
4,500.
horses?
It
There
depends
are
on your
8
position in
horses.
the draft.
There's 5 of us.
Why would I ever play a worse horse though?
No, it's 2 chances to win. It's 2 chances to win as an owner.
Yes.
Oh, I thought there was only 4 rows, so therefore there
No.
were 4 horses.
No, we'll play
They
all 8
stack 'em
horses.
up.
Yeah.
So you thought one of us just wasn't going to be able to race?
I didn't even think about that. But yeah.
See, Praveen, I was thinking so much that's why I got confused. You were like.
See, that's the difference
whistling
between
around.
you and me. You
So-
would prefer to overthink, while I would
Yeah.
prefer to underthink.
Also, to answer
You would prefer-
Greg's question from earlier, there is another reason to not always just bet on the favorites, which is that in the purse manager, where you have the 4 stacks of money for the bettor's purse, the if the
Okay, I
favorite
just give up on explaining.
if the favorite horse wins, then the first 2 stacks get paid out. If the stalwart horse wins, the first 3 stacks get paid out to the winner. And then if the long shot wins, all of the money goes to the people who bet on the long shot, and the people who bet on the 2nd and 3rd place horses don't get anything.
does it roll over?
No, it all gets paid out at the end of a race.
Wait,
and
but
then
you
put
said
it in.
if the favorite wins, only 2 get paid out.
Yes, so then the other 2 get paid out to the 2nd and 3rd place,
Oh.
right? But if a long shot wins, all of the money goes to the winners, and nobody else gets anything.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how they basically handle the odds.
What
So-
if nobody bets on a horse?
Then I think the money just stays there for the next
Everyone
round.
Okay,
must
so it does
bet
roll
on-
over.
Right, but not all the horses might get bets, is what he's saying. So now I'm going to hand it back to the producer to
No,
explain
no,
what he
you're
was
not.
trying
No,
to
you're not.
explain.
No, you're not.
Producer just flips the computer
You
over.
might as well just explain it.
Okay, I was just trying to answer Greg's question, but
By explaining the game.
as the producer,
By completely explaining the game.
as the producer was
Is
saying,
your question satisfactory?
you can bet in $300 increments on one horse at a time. Betting will go around until everyone has decided to stop betting. Each time it is your turn, you can put another 300 down on another horse. Could even be the same horse that you've already bet on before in order to maximize your winning share of that horse. The more money you put on a horse compared to other people, the more your share of the winnings will be. Right? So if I bet 600 and Mario bets 300 on the same horse, I'll get 2/3 of the winnings because I bet twice as much as you. Right? So you don't have to spend all your money. You could save some of it. but we will basically keep betting until everyone has decided to stop betting
Should I
or has run out of
use
money.
all my money?
Steve,
don't know.
play the game. There's no meta.
You'll find out.
Well, so is it possible to run out of money completely, not have any horses?
Yes, you can bet all
Yes.
your money and lose it.
Have
Yes.
you watched no
Each-
movies about gambling
Each
problems?
turn I buy a new
You
horse.
can definitely
No.
run out of money.
You
horse
pay the
gambling.
horses once, and then you keep them for 3 races.
Got it.
Okay. All right.
Let me just explain the rules all again to
That's-
Steve.
Sure, horse forever.
That's the whole game.
How do we choose who buys a horse first?
You made this way too complicated, Steve.
Roll the die.
You roll the die.
You literally, you buy
Okay.
horses, you bet on the horses, you roll the die to move the horses.
I think we
That's
need to
the
institute
game.
like the kindergarten rule where Steve gets 2 questions.
Well,
max.
no, wait. Okay, when you said that we played 3 times, I thought we did the whole thing, but we just
No,
we,
just the race
we
3
buy
times.
once and we bet 3 times.
We bet and race 3 times.
Wait, what? We
Yes.
bet 3 times? He just said there's unlimited amounts to.
No,
times
he
you
means
can
we're
bet.
going to do 3 races wherein you get to bet before each race.
Okay. I can't really know
What's
what.
the over-under on going 45 minutes of game explanation?
Right.
before we play?
We are.
Oh, well.
We're
we are
basically
over.
there.
We are
Well,
over.
we started a
we're
few
at
minutes late.
41. We're at 41.
Yeah, we're at 41
How do you know?
because it says.
Oh.
Wow, Steve.
I'm not talking.
All right,
Hey
so
guys,
Important
this is
thing
Thank
for
God.
me. Important thing for me. When I have no idea what I'm doing on the first race, what is the best strategy?
To
Don't
win the
lose.
race.
Are you
Yeah, just
asking
try to
what
win the
bet
race.
is?
Trying to win race is a good
But
thing I can focus first.
Okay, so I would say the thing to focus on if you don't know what you're doing is try not to eliminate yourself by overusing drive. That's what Sam found out when we tested
Okay.
this.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's very
Use
good.
drive when you feel like
That's
you
what you
absolutely
think.
need it. Don't abuse it because you will get.
Can't win.
Praveen is going to for
This
sure
problem.
eliminate himself.
Yeah, Praveen
Okay.
won, so that's
All right.
good.
So let's everybody take a die and roll it, pass it over. Whoever rolls the highest goes first.
That's a 1.
One,
I'm at a
one, two,
5.
I got a 2.
Okay, high stakes.
There you go.
6.
6.
Goddamn, that means
Alright.
I'm last.
6.
So, roll off between
You
you two.
roll. No, you roll first.
I rolled a 5.
Oh.
Roll off,
Final
roll off.
battle.
So,
Oh.
so it starts with
Steve,
Steve and then goes
right.
clockwise, which means that
Oh, and then it's
So
snakes.
I'm actually
Steve,
last.
Steve and I are only going to get one
no, you get the
horse.
snake. Actually, in like in
What do you mean?
snake
Because-
draft, I prefer your
Yeah.
position.
So the way a snake
Did
draft
I not
works.
want to win?
No, you're fine. The way a snake draft works is you get first pick, I get second, third, fourth, fifth. Mario gets the 6th pick, 7th, and 8th. However, they may decide that they don't want a second horse for whatever reason, money or whatever. And if it passes, then there still could be some left for us. But we get to pick our favorite horse first.
So like, leave it to me to like win when I fucking lose.
yeah.
you
right?
don't lose.
Oh, I'm sorry. You just get to pick the
You
best
get to,
horse.
yeah, you just get to pick
Oh,
the best
sorry.
horse.
I just gotta buy Justify.
I will.
Fair enough. That is the race's top horse.
What a poor
look at-
choice,
look at
Steve.
this
What a
action.
poor choice.
Count out
Steve,
your
you had-
1600.
You're the Cleveland Browns. You had the first pick, and
I'm
you
the
chose
Cleveland-
wrong.
Wow.
Here you go, Steve.
I haven't paid it yet. I'm looking.
You
The
already
thing is,
chose. You chose your
No,
horse.
all right. So
It's done. The
in
game
fact,
is over.
while Steve is thinking, I'm going to read the intro from our daily racing forum.
Just funny boys. D&D boys.
Steve, pay your money. You chose your horse.
Justify leads 2018 Kentucky Derby field. Welcome to the 2018 Kentucky Derby, the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. This year's field is headlined by Justify, whose front-running style gives him just a slight edge over Bolt d'Oro, who will surge down the stretch like no other horse. As with most races, staying out of traffic jams is vitally important, so your duty as an owner and jockey is to maneuver your horse as efficiently as possible. You have to know when or if to drive your horse harder, when to change lanes, when to exercise patience by banking moves, etc. Over-aggression might get your horse disqualified, so be very prudent in the saddle. Before any of this happens, though, you must buy a racehorse or two at auction and prepare your race strategy. Races are dynamic, though, so you may need to change that strategy as you go.
Well done.
Thank
And
you.
that's it.
We won't read all of these right away. We'll read them a little bit throughout the stream. But one of the cool things about this game is that each horse has an individual little blurb that is their game plan that kind of explains how their stats translate into a rough strategy
Yeah, I
in
really
terms
like
of what other horses have comparable stats to theirs, whether they're stronger in the first half of the race or the back half of the race, etc. So definitely read up on the game plan for the horses you buy if you want to try and figure out how to play them, to Mario's earlier question.
Okay, Jordan, your horse.
You bought Justify?
Can someone tell me how much Justify was?
Justify was 1,600,
Oh, 1,600.
which you can just put in the middle for now.
Made a question. Why would you not buy Justify if it's the best
Well,
one?
when is it not justified?
When Steve rolls
How can you
shit.
justify
it's-
not buying Justify?
Maybe Steve's strategy is to buy a cheaper like stalwart horse in the hopes of being able to bet more during the game, and then forcing someone later to buy a more expensive horse along with a second horse, or maybe someone else who buys a more expensive horse is like, well, that was really expensive, I don't want a second one, and then Steve gets a chance at a second horse. So there are reasons for it. I don't think buying the top horse is a bad idea at all.
It's not.
Just you get to choose what's gonna be your play style, I guess, during the game.
Yes, exactly.
Which is always cool to be able to. All right.
I am actually going to
I have
just...
like a deed for this fucking horse,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm going to shake things up and do similar to what I just explained, just because I think it's an
While
interesting
you're
idea.
getting that ready, can I read my owner's title card?
Yes.
This is to certify that the holder of this title card is the owner of a thoroughbred racehorse described on the other side, and this horse's owner accepts all risks, liabilities, and benefits associated with the racing of this horse under the laws of high roller horse
Jordan, you
racing.
bought Noble Indy?
I bought Noble Indy for $800 because that is the cheapest stalwart there is. I've left Bolt to Oro, the most expensive horse left available in the running. He is one of the two favorites in the race.
Okay, now that Jordan said that, you guys know that that's probably the worst possible thing to do, and you should just leave it to come back.
No,
I will actually require
You love that.
Audible for 1,000.
Damn
All
it,
right.
that's the one I wanted.
So I literally have played this once, and I'm pretty sure that Steve and I just bought the horses in
Can
order.
we let them bet tilts? I don't know how that would work. Is there a betting thing?
There is a betting thing. While you guys are betting, I'll see if I can set it up for people to bet tilts on the outcome of a race. And then once I set it up, producer can do it normally.
That'd be nice.
No, I'm
I think I'm definitely gonna buy two horses for the round, the midnight before the race round, when horses get sabotaged and they die.
I'm
They
going
die.
to buy.
They like cut their throats.
Yeah, just the night before, like.
Do they like monitor? They must like put the horses in like
You gotta pay extra. You're gonna protect your horse with shield to make sure it doesn't die before the race.
like armor.
I have a question, Jordan. Horse producer, I have a question.
Horse
Is
producer.
patience, you can only use it on the next turn, or can you just store it up like infinitely?
You can store it up. You can just store it up.
And that's the max. Like the page number.
I'm taking my boy Jack.
Is
No,
patience.
I wanted my boy
Is
Jack.
patience.
My boy Jack is the worst horse.
What?
That's what you
well,
think.
no, Vino Rosso is also pretty
What
bad.
was the total? What was the total for that? What was the price?
500.
I think Vina Rosso is a worse horse. We'll see.
Vito Rosso might be the worst horse. Yes.
I think Justify is the worst horse.
All right, so maybe
You're the worst horse.
At that price point, I would not be taking that.
It is a
I
pricey
crit.
horse.
I crit count.
Noble Indy, yeah.
Wait, it's not Noble Indy in this.
I bought Noble Indy.
Greg,
What?
Correct.
what did you buy?
Audible.
He only bought that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you buy Audible because you're like some like Amazon
Bolt
fanboy?
Doors.
I think Audible is the best horse.
This is Bezos powered magic right
I'm
here.
like,
What does he even have?
I've
Audible?
mathematically analyzed
I'm
this, and
buying
Audible is
Steve,
the
why
best
don't you have a
horse.
horse emote yet? Jeez.
I do have a horse emote. I'll put it in.
You have a reindeer emote.
What you guys don't realize is Bezos has been
Why
feeding me
would you-
intel from all the Alexas you've got in your house.
You're like
I knew your
you're like
racing
Bane style.
strategy
You've
the
just
moment
got like
you made it.
6 Alexas plugged into your back.
1500 in one of the favorites.
Alexa,
1, 2,
play
3,
William Tell
4,
Overture.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It motivates the
1,
horse.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
What do you buy? What do you buy?
Alexa, drive horse.
He bought
Bolt
Doro,
For
1500.
1500.
Wow, you guys passed it all the way around.
Yeah. Hey, wait. It's
What
my
a lucky
turn.
guy.
It's my turn again.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought you bought both.
Yeah, what are you
horses.
doing?
Is this real? Is it actually a snake?
Yeah.
And Vino Rosso
I told you we should have done a blind auction.
for 500. So I'm actually get the second to last and the second. So I'm just like sandwiched from
Good
both sides.
stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot. I hope it doesn't
Now
win
you
because
guys
it's a
have to
lot
pay
cheaper.
a lot.
Yeah, $2,000 right here. Boom.
Alexa,
I spent so
play
much money.
William Tell Overture.
Music.
Speaker's broken.
Oh yeah, we need music. We'll
I'm
start.
going to take
Oh, wait,
Magnum
I
Moon for 1,000 to blue.
Do you have two?
Yeah.
1,000?
Excuse me. Alexa, search YouTube for Network Musical Ensemble Giddy Up 1 hour extended edit.
Rude. Fucking rude.
All right. It's back to Mr. Alec.
Alexa, belay that order.
Well, this is a very good time to go get one of
Good
those.
magic.
You want another one?
Yeah.
Ah, are you getting drink.
It's in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
How much was Good Magic?
Could I have a Coke?
1,000.
Mexican?
Can you get me the
Anything
really
else?
nasty mojito flavored cider?
I'll try.
It's
There's a
it's
ton of them
can.
left.
It's a can. No one wants it. No one
Let's see if
wants
I have
it.
enough hands.
5, 6, 7.
It's just
It's
a
like-
cider.
it's
It's on the
rainbow
left side. It's
colored, yeah.
green. It says mojito. It's giant. It's terrible.
Have you
Magnum
not
Moon was
tried-
a monster, Jordan. In our own races last week, he was easily the best investment of the night. Why didn't
Dude,
you
I'm
tell us
telling you.
this?
I told you
Just
picked the
have
wrong
it.
horse. I told you made a bad decision.
So I've got Audible Magic.
I just have the best horse.
Oh, that's true. You were just like hyper Bezos, like went crazy in the background. You went for the Audible purchase.
Betting.
Wait, how does money translate into points?
Money is it's just most. There's no like point equivalence.
I'm actually just
It's
gonna let
1 to
the
1.
producer- You can just add all the
Oh,
options,
okay. So like
and then
points, you get more money.
percent.
No, there's no
The-
points. There's just money.
There's points.
No,
You can add multi-betting.
What does this even mean?
there's no point system. There's just a money system. If you have the most money, you win. If you have the least money, you lose. Steve, you literally didn't
There's
listen
no
to any
points,
of the
there's
rules.
Points.
There are points.
Holy shit, there are points. Thank you.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
points
can't
are
stand.
replaced.
What is
The
that?
points
That's
are
like the.
replacing. It's a
hamster
three-race
dance.
point series.
Yeah, but you
Giddy
win
up.
by money. There's
Giddy
no
up,
like
giddy
point
up, giddy
equivalent
up,
to
dance.
winning.
Oh yes, but you get money from the points.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
points like there isn't points to the
There's not
traditional
victory
sense,
points, no. But there are points.
Yes, I'm dying.
You, yeah.
It sounds like hamster
So-
dance.
yeah.
You didn't finish your
Producer,
Oreo.
All you need to do here
I do not
is
like the
add
taste
the name
of
of each
Oreo.
horse as
Wow.
a separate option.
I knew it. I
The-
knew they wouldn't taste good.
The fizzy
And then
bit
just
was
reset it
cool.
after
I didn't
each
mind the
race.
fizzy bit,
Okay.
but
Are we gonna have
it,
betting?
just, it doesn't
Yeah,
taste
we're
like
doing
cherry
it
coke, and
Yeah.
it doesn't taste like things that are good.
Honestly, whenever a candy comes out with a cherry flavor, it's never good.
Since there's 8 options,
It tastes
I'm
like
thinking the payout
toothpaste.
should be higher.
That's what it reminds me.
Is it the
Maybe
bubblegum
just like
toothpaste? Because that
100%,
stuff was
honestly, just like
delicious.
double the
I
amount.
have not had bubblegum toothpaste. That sounds counterproductive.
You're missing out.
So you want 100?
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
The more money you have, the more you win in life. Correct, sir.
Okay.
Well,
You got-
I'm not an engineer,
Why don't you
so
draw?
Yep. All right. So
What are you
now
trying to
now
say?
That we've picked all the horses.
I'm trying to say engineers get paid a lot.
Factually,
I thought you were an engineer.
No,
No.
not a researcher.
He's scientific.
Steve, are you going to E3?
No, are you?
Yes.
How?
All
Which
right.
experience?
No, I'm just going.
How?
All right.
I
I'm
just
going
said
to.
I signed up for a media pass.
I'm gonna put all of these in
I'm
my
going.
pockets and then draw them out of my pockets one at a time to
Wait, what are you
determine
drawing?
the pole position.
Oh.
So, number 1 position in the polls is Magnum Moon.
Fuck yeah.
What
The
the, actual
advantage.
shit fuck?
I'm gonna come over here.
Why are you controlling this, Jordan?
I'm not. I didn't get Magnum Moon. If I controlled it, it would.
How
be,
did you do that?
No,
How did
Wendy.
you draw it? Did you
It's random.
random how?
I shuffled
Literally-
them in my
He's literally
pockets.
drawing him out of his pocket.
Good magic is next.
You just reach into that pocket.
This is the biggest.
Oh,
Next
I
up
see what pole position
Is my boy Jack.
Nice.
So I'm just
killing
I'm
it.
laying them out this way as a visualization of who gets to go first. They don't actually start in those spaces.
Oh.
Audible. This is because technically in a real race, Funeral Rosso, in a
Wait,
real
you have
race
Good
they would
Magic
start
and
all
Audible, right?
next to each
You have
other.
good magic and audible.
Yeah.
The two of us have
Yeah.
taken up the front 4 spaces.
Next is Bolt to Oro. Yeah,
This
Steve
is
and I
the
are going to be
complete
last.
giant,
All right,
biggest
so
load
the-
of horseshit.
Hold on.
And that's not even a pun. Like,
Steve?
fuck this game.
Steve, I'm going to let you choose because I don't know which
I don't
one is
give a
which.
fuck, Jordan. I'm already in the last place. The left one.
You want this one?
Yes.
All right. It's Noble Lady Steve's last.
I fucking quit. I literally quit.
There's 3 rounds.
There's 3 rounds, and we'll redraw post position
I don't
each
give a
time.
fuck.
So
3 rounds.
for people to understand how this
You get to bet first.
how this translates into an actual horse
Here's how it
race.
translates. I got fucked.
Normally, all the horses start in a line across the track, right? And the horse that got the best post position starts on the inside of the track, and then they all go out from there. So we're technically like that. I'm doing it like this just to make it easy for us to visualize who's going next. But now we get to
Wait, what about the second row? Where are they lined up?
it doesn't. I'm talking about in a real race. In a real race,
were serious
there would
about
be
the
room
mojito.
for all the horses to
really
start.
Yeah, but
I
like, what
really
are the
thought you were
actual
joking.
positions?
No, it's
Like,
terrible.
You start in whatever gate you want
oh,
Mojito
when
in a
it's your
can.
turn.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
Oh, there was
however,
another
Steve, because you went last, you get to bet first, and this is important because your bet may discourage other people from betting alongside you because they'd have to share the winnings. So you basically get to drive how the betting plays out.
So when someone else wins, you'll at least
I
get
bet
something.
$3 at Magnum Moon.
So you're gonna bet on
Steve,
Magnum
get
Moon?
off my dick. I'm gonna make that horse lose. I'm gonna drive it into the ground.
Wow.
Magic Moon. Magnum Moon.
So
Steve's placing a bet on
Magnum
that.
Magic.
Steve's
Whatever
betting
this
300.
You can give it right to me.
Yeah.
No.
Here, just
Bought it right
for now, just put it here.
Je refuse.
Like this one.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna move it all eventually. I'm
300
just
at Magnum Moon.
making it easy for us to put it out. All right, I am going to put 300 on.
Justify.
And
then
I hope you bet on. I dare you to bet on Magnum Moon again, Steve.
I'm gonna put 300 on Good Magic. Actually,
Why, thank you.
Good magic.
Is someone recording these?
producer is recording them all.
I am.
Yes,
not that we get to see them.
it's fine. If you want to know how many bets are on a horse, you can just ask producer at any
I
time.
would have said crit no.
Jordan, which one did you bet on?
I bet on Good Magic.
Do
I
you
will
guys see the
bet
production quality?
300
incredible,
on my
really.
boy Jack.
Why?
Wow, betting on that long shot.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
I got
not
a
a
good
long
feeling.
shot.
No,
I
it's
told you
literally a long shot.
That horse has great stats for that price point.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
given his pole position, I think
My
he
boy
made
Jack is a
quite
poor
well.
man's Bolt d'Oro
Yeah.
with a better pole position.
And
Or post
Jordan is a
position.
poor man's
And
Justify.
the payouts look fantastic for the
Is that what
long
mine
shot.
said?
No.
I'm like, what?
You as a person.
Oh yeah. I have one gear, unbridled speed.
I will
no
bet
horse can match.
300 on my boy Jack.
Oh, that's 2 bets on my boy Jack. People are really feeling that long shot.
Swayed him.
Dumb.
300 on my Boldoro Jack guy.
Bolt d'Oro.
Ooh.
300 on Bolt d'Oro
Huge.
for Spanish long hair guy right here. Yeah. All right, Steve, it's back to you.
Mario.
The back half of the race there's no bets on Audible, Vino Rosso, Noble Indy, or Justify yet.
I am going to bet 300 on Justify.
Ooh, put it in.
Actually, maybe I should do that.
It's not a bad idea.
It's a
Justify
terrible
has
idea.
great stats.
Yeah,
Justify
I have
might
great stats.
like we could start the race and the first 4 horses could all roll 2s and then Steve could just like wreck them.
The
I
problem
rolled
is
possible.
Justify's combination of stats and pole position is awful.
You
It's
don't
okay.
know anything
We'll
about
see.
life.
I'm gonna put 300 on Audible, which I believe is the first bet on Audible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you get my bet on myself?
Yep.
I will bet 300 on Good Magic.
Welcome to the team.
I bet 300
Wait,
on Bad
actually, hold on.
Magic.
Hold on. Hold on. Actually, I'll bet 300 on Audible.
Welcome to the team.
Give me Audible.
All right, Praveen.
I will bet 300 on Good Magic.
I get my money back, right?
If you don't lose it. Yeah, don't lose.
Steve, you literally have no
All right,
concept
Spanish
of how
long-hair
gambling
guy.
works.
I don't know this game. Who's this Mario's turn?
My turn now. 300 on Mr. Audible.
All right.
Wow,
Put it in the middle.
the payout on that horse is getting whew.
Who has?
I mean,
too expensive for
can
my
I see
taste.
Can I see the
It's just-
spread here?
Sure.
Just for a sec.
It's 2.
That's not what spread
2
means,
bets,
correct?
or 3 bets on Audible, and I don't think anything else has been. Oh, 2 bets on My Boy Jack, a bet each on Magnum Moon, Good Magic, Bolt d'Oro, and
how do you
Justify.
know?
Because I pay attention, Steve. No bets on Vino Rosso or Noble Indy.
Yeah.
And it's
Noble
your turn.
Indy. Oh wait, Noble Indy sucks.
I'll
I'll do it though. I'll take it though. Noble Indy. 300 Noble Indy.
Whoa.
The other cool thing is that on the back of our daily racing forums are bios with the horse's real life stats and who their trainer is and stuff like that for this year's Kentucky Derby, which is really cool. I'm going to put
Magnum Moon, #1 spot on the
another
Kentucky Derby leaderboard.
300,
QuickCap says this stream is break TOS.
right? I'm going to put another 300 on Audible.
Wow.
What the fuck
That's
is this?
four
shit?
bets
Bet
on
multiple
Audible.
times on the same horse.
Yes, you can bet multiple times on the same horse. You
I
just
will
have to
bet-
do it individual rounds.
Citizen isn't with us anymore.
I will bet 300 on
Since I
also
went
good
home.
magic.
I like that plan.
I will bet 300 on Magnum Moon.
Fuck off.
It's my horse.
I will bet. Oh.
All right, another 300.
Just
of
to fuck with
Magnum
Steve, I'll bet everything else
On
on
what?
Justify.
Right.
His horse.
No.
No.
Which horse?
No.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Magnum Moon? That's
Magnum
what-
Moon.
Don't forget
Alright.
to save money for DQ fees and future race bets.
Yeah.
Which
So
is why
if you
I'm
get-
abstaining from
I
betting.
was gonna
Are you
say
passing
this
from
one,
here
too.
on
I
out?
pass.
All right. So Steve is out. He
Wait,
cannot
am I?
place.
I can't join back in.
No.
No.
That's it.
Okay.
Whoa, you were
we,
gonna be.
we can ask Scott.
Battleborn games.
No,
Can I
there's no
pass
coming
and then
back
move
in.
I think you could maybe join back in because you're actually giving up an advantage by not betting now. But
Like imagine if I.
No, actually, no.
No, coming back
No,
in is fucked
no.
because you can see if nobody bets on a horse, you just play the odds
no,
on
I
that
think
horse.
if you pass, you're out because you could do exactly what Praveen is saying.
What?
You could wait until the end and then put all your money on horses that didn't get a lot of bets.
Yeah.
So that's a huge advantage if that's allowed. So I think you have to keep betting or pass
I think
Yeah,
that's
until you're out.
what huge advantage means. Is a
No, it's
strategy.
your payout to cost ratio is just way too high
Yeah.
if you do that.
No, I think you have to stay in if you want to stay in. But you don't have to stay in.
It's actually 300 in this game.
Yes, DQ fee is 600, but it's 300 because we're doing
Oh.
a 3-race point
Well then,
series.
I'm betting $300 on Magic Moon, Magnum Moon.
Fuck you.
I am also betting $300 on Magnum Moon.
What the fuck?
$300 on my boy Jack.
Wow, you're doubling down on the
Doubling
long
down.
shot.
Doubling down.
What
He'll
are
laugh
the,
when
what
he
are the
finishes
bets on my
last.
boy Jack?
You're my boy Jack.
There's
Yes.
3 bets on my boy Jack.
Scott has said once you pass, your betting is done.
Oh, I didn't do
300
it.
on my boy Jack.
Oh, snap.
You guys, I want to say one thing.
I'm a trendsetter.
This is hold on one sec.
I pass.
You guys,
I like betting
Steve, what do you want?
you guys
with
laugh.
you. You seem smart.
You guys laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at you because you're all the same.
And who are you
Wow.
betting
And
on?
I bet on
That's-
my boy Jack, $300.
Wow.
Fuck you.
I'm going to bet $300 on Good Magic.
Pass.
I'm out.
All right, it's down to you and me, Steve.
I vote $300 on Bolt Doro.
I
Steve,
will
you're really
also
spreading
put
your bets out.
I will also put $300 on Bolt to Oro
Why do I have an odd number of monies?
because that's how it worked out.
Because you spent
Well, then I
1600
can't
on your
do
horse.
anything with this money.
Not this turn.
Hold it for next
You
turn.
hold it for later. Are you
Alright, so
are you
I'll bet.
passing?
I bet my shirt
No.
on Global Indy.
No.
Whoa.
Whoa.
TOS.
Just my
TOS.
hoodie.
Just the hoodie. Okay, it's fine.
Oh my God.
So, basically-
We have moderators in the room.
The moderation team are here.
If you want to call it out.
Yeah. So we're
Everything we do on this stream is allowed because
we're opening the betting here.
Their shirts.
You can bet up to 100 tilts, and you can bet on multiple options. Feel free to bet on the horses you want to win. I'm going to call them out in the order of their post position, which is Magnum Moon, Good Magic, My Boy Jack, Audible, Vino Rosso, Bolt d'Oro, Noble Indy, and Justify. Are you done betting, Steve?
I just want to put in a good word for Justify for the viewers.
Okay. Are you done betting?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. I'm not done betting, which is why I need to know that.
And the
I have a
extra-
shit ton more money.
How do you have more money?
Because
than
I only
do?
spent 800 on a single horse.
It was his strategy.
He bought the economy horse.
Yeah.
He
It's
knows.
Yeah.
fine. Jordan.
I'm
Again,
gonna
you-
bet 300.
Steve, I told you. I
On-
tried to warn you, Steve.
Steve, did anyone, producer, did anyone bet on
Don't tell
Vino
him.
Rosso?
No.
I'm putting 300 on Vino Rosso.
That's good.
This is the strategy where you get to bet a bunch of times. Is just outlast everyone
And I like
else.
how Jordan's like, yeah, let him. Actually, no, that's against the law.
No,
No,
it's
he
not
didn't
against
do
law. I
anything.
never passed.
Yeah.
He did never.
Did anyone bet on Noble
Okay,
Indy?
is the tilt betting for this first race or overall? This first race.
Just for the first race, we'll do
Yeah.
more betting for future races.
Get your bets in. Please vote for Justify! Exclamation mark. Tilt.
This is Justify, by the
It's
way.
exclamation mark
It's also
bet.
Steve's horse, so that's like equivalent to being
Yeah,
back
exclamation
here.
mark bet, and then the option you want, and then the amount you want to bet. Did anyone bet on Noble Indy?
Can I bet that
Producer.
Steve
Producer?
is removing
That's on
his
Noble
shirt?
Indy.
Yes.
Who?
300 on Steve.
Steve
Search.
bet on Noble Indy.
Yeah.
Vote on my shirt.
Is Steve also the only bet on Justify?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that
This
is going
is
up.
literally balls.
Look at that.
I'm.
Vino
I tried
Rosso,
very-
you Crit Camp, what are you doing?
Yeah, good job, Crit Camp. I'm going to put a bet
How do you
on.
do it? It's
I'm going to put a bet on Noble Indy, just one.
Jordan, they don't know how to bet. Exclamation mark.
That should be right. Bet number. Yeah, Crit Camp did it.
Yeah,
it said
num-
it when we opened it. It's
Six-
bet then a number
Yeah,
and
650.
then the amount you want to bet.
No, there's a number. It's not the name of the horse.
No,
Yeah.
it's yeah. So it's like bet 6 if Vino Rosso is the 6th horse, which I can't see anymore because it scrolled up.
Does it give him a confirmation message? Or?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that.
I mean, producer can check to see if the bets are showing up in the bot.
Yeah, there's only one bet that showed up, and it's Vino Rosso.
All right. So
Okay.
the bet 3 for ringing didn't go through because
Maybe it takes
ringing
it-
didn't have enough tilts. Maybe.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't show you the amount they bet. It just shows you the number.
Oh right, but you should see 2 bets in right now. One from Crit Camp and one from ringing.
I do not see a bet.
There should be one from
Maybe,
Sargasm.
maybe ringing didn't have enough tilts then. Do you see one from Sargasm now? Because Sargasm definitely had enough.
Yes.
All right. So
Can someone
ringing
ever
10, make
justify?
sure check how many tilts you have to figure out how much you can bet.
No, I'm not playing this game until someone votes for Justify. I don't know
You
if that
voted
works.
for just.
You voted for Justify. It's
I
fine.
want chat to
All right.
I want chat
So,
to believe in me.
Nobody thinks your
Uh,
horse is gonna win.
We're gonna set these off to the
That
side.
does not believe.
I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the money while our first 4, 6 horses.
So much
do their
money.
thing.
So we
I'm
just
not
roll.
up. Yeah.
Well, don't we arrange ourselves at the gate?
No, just.
You
when
can
it is
choose
your
any
turn,
gate to go out of.
You can start at whatever gate you want in the space right behind where it says starting gate.
Okay.
I'm gonna drive
Oh wow, the
How
early
fucking course
drive.
You are.
for
wow,
Magnum
yeah,
Moon.
starting.
Hey,
We-
be sure to call out
3.
when
So
you-
it's
We just
3
say
plus
don't.
whatever your drive stat is in the front for that horse.
wait. I don't have a drive stat. I have a speed
Sorry,
stat.
it's
It's
drive
like-
there, drive in the front.
Yeah, so plus 2.
So you get 5 total.
Holy gosh.
Good start.
Great. Can you move yourself?
Oh, the stats we see here are the non-drive stats,
Yeah.
but you always have the drive.
No
stats.
coke on stream.
Product
No,
placement. They need to pay for it.
All right, Mr. Greg.
How many times you can drive again?
As much as
Wait,
you
we
want.
gotta close.
As much
We
as you
should.
want, but
Okay, chat, get your votes in now because we should turn it off.
yes, we'll close betting as we're doing this first round.
Okay.
And why would you not drive all the time?
Because if you get a 1, you get DQ'd.
I'll look in a sec.
So it's a
3.
risk.
I'm
It's
just
a
gonna
risk
finish
move.
doing
1,
this.
2, 3.
Greg rolls a 3. My boy
My
Jack
boy
is
Jack.
up. I'll be the announcer. My boy Jack is up on the long
Wait,
lane.
I'm trying to do some math here.
What are you doing? What, you gonna go again?
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
What
What's
math
the
are
other
you
horse?
doing?
What
Literally
math
are
are you
rolling
doing?
dice.
No, I'm thinking about the odds of like stacking up my patience here versus like going here and just getting farther ahead.
Producer can confirm,
Your
but I
odds, like
believe
in.
each of the
Wow.
4 betters pools have the exact same amount of money in them.
Nope.
No?
One should be off by 100.
All right, then I miscounted. It's fine. We'll check it later. I don't feel like counting them up again.
I think this is the best.
Are you driving?
Oh no, yeah, I was doing this.
Okay.
5.
So
So
you
that's
close
4
it?
because of my speed, and so I move 2 and I store 2. How do we
Yeah.
keep track of our
Those
storage?
tokens.
So now.
Oh, that is what you store with patience.
Thank you.
And what is your limit on patience you can?
Unlimited.
Well,
you can
no,
just-
you've got a limit. It's whatever the horse is.
Yep.
No, producer said I could.
Producer,
store
is it unlimited
infinitely.
patience?
No, it's up to the amount
You can store. You can
Up to the
store
amount.
moves up to the amount of your patience.
Yeah, but is that like you can store that amount of patience per turn?
No,
Or you-
total.
No, total.
You can have that many tokens.
My producer lied to me. I asked
You
the
asked,
exact
you asked when
question.
you could expend it.
I asked if
You
I
can
could
hold it for the entire
I said-
race.
okay, I asked
Oh, so
my
yours have
exact
0?
question used the word infinitely. Can I stack it up
Okay.
infinitely?
No.
My boy,
I'm
my
lying
boy
to you.
Jack
I
has
mean,
3.
the
So.
answer is no, you cannot cheat. You know how OP that would be if you just be like, eh.
That's what I. No, it wouldn't be OP because if you stacked it up infinitely, you're also not moving infinitely.
On the
No, but you're
last
like-
turn, Praveen goes across
No,
the
but you would
entire
just
track.
you would just stay in the first lane the entire time.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if I were to consistently,
you wanna
like,
play
audible
Sonic.
find my own horse,
Who's audible?
I
Who's
could have a
audible?
team
I am
at
on
the
it.
end.
Let
Yeah.
me.
Sure.
Well, you wanna
drive
you,
or
I'm
you,
gonna go
in
on
that
the
case you just wanna
outside.
play
I
Sonic.
think you can roll before you pick
That's
your
why I
starting
chose
gate.
one fast
Enough
forward
crosstalk,
and
guys.
one
You
slow.
can
Enough
roll before you
crosstalk.
pick your starting gate.
Okay, I
That's
get to
fine.
roll before picking my starting gate, apparently. Let me see.
As
what
far
I'm
as I
doing.
know, you can pick your starting gate after you roll.
Oh,
That's
I
fine.
think that's fucked.
I'll go normal.
I mean, it's fine.
No, it isn't.
5.
See, because
Wow.
now he
Start
knows
on
he
the
would go on
outside.
the
Patience
outside.
Bank is the
It wouldn't
maximum
change
for
anything for
patience
him,
to
though.
roll.
3, 4, 5.
Nice. All right, Vino Rosso, who owns that?
Time.
All right, are you gonna ride or
It's
drive?
time.
You're gonna drive.
Let me see. Vino Rosso. It has a +1 on drive.
It's true, but if you roll a 1, you get disqualified and you have to pay 300.
Right away.
Jordan
Just
just wants you to lose. Don't listen to Jordan.
disqualified right away.
You know,
Praveen,
if you're gonna
there's the
get
answer to your
disqualified,
question.
you might as well do it immediately. You know,
Okay, yeah,
save
that's
yourself
true.
some time.
Do you have to choose the line before running, right?
No. You
Oh,
can
you
roll
can roll
first, then
first.
choose the line. Once you're on the board, then you're obviously just
Alright.
wherever you are.
Oh, I thought you
So-
rolled a 6 on the drive. I was like, Jesus.
Let's do the basic roll. It's a 3.
All right, so
And
you
I
can
wanna
move
do-
3.
Then yeah, beside one, there's 1, 2, 3.
I think that's a great move.
In before I
And you're up again, bolt to
Yes,
Oro.
I'll-
qualified on my first roll.
Are you gonna drive first
Yes,
turn?
of course
No.
Because
I
you're
am.
desperate.
No,
You-
Bodoro drives at the end of the race.
The
He-
downside
he saw
of this
stamina.
position isn't that bad, Steve.
Chew.
Especially
gonna-
because we have the entire outer track. A 6 would put you in the lead on the first
I'm gonna
turn.
move 1 and
Wait, how do we
bank?
keep track of who goes
get a
first
patience
next?
token.
It's based on whoever's in the lead.
Oh, okay.
From
Yep.
from
From the front.
from the front and from the
Okay,
inner
good.
Inside,
I was
okay,
like,
yeah.
From the
I
inside.
was
So
thinking,
right
if I
right
go
now,
second
Magnum
again-
Moon and Audible would be the first 2 in that order.
And it's one lap around, right?
It's all the
Yes.
way back to the
See,
black.
when we reach here, coming back around the second time, that's the
It's a
end.
lap in the straight.
And as I called out earlier, the midway point here is when we start doing
Noble
the back half.
Indies time.
Sorry, Noble
And then
Indy
Justified. Rolls 3.
is gonna go. Let's see, can Noble Indy?
Well, you move
Noble
5.
Indy can bank. Oh wait, yeah, I go +2. That's right. Noble Indy is gonna go all the way up side of Audible in the third lane, with my burst of speed out the gate.
Nice.
Unbridled speed that cannot be matched by any
Well,
other
it is
horse.
bridled, but
It said unbridled speed right there.
I mean, the
It's a good thing Steve didn't try and drive. You're welcome, Steve. I just saved your
No,
life.
you get to move 2. Don't worry about it.
You
You
get
have
to move
+1
2.
speed.
Yeah, so you're not even in last place.
Can the chat confirm
I
whether
can-
Kentucky Derby horses are bridled or not? Because I feel like that's relevant.
Can the chat confirm how many? Can the
The whole
producer
point of
confirm how
unbridled
many
speed is
people
it's
bet
so
on
fast
Justified?
that they might not
One.
might as well not be
Can the
bridled.
producer confirm who it was?
Can
Who bet on what? Justify?
No, I meant in the chat.
All right. Well, Justify's no longer in last
okay,
place.
let's stop cross talking. Everyone take their turn and say what you're doing.
Yes. All right, Magnum Moon, you're up. Yeah, this is the part that should go quickly.
I'm gonna drive.
All right.
I hope you
Here we go.
fucking lose.
1, 1, 1, 1.
5 plus what?
+1 plus the drive. So
Yeah.
+2.
You can
so,
just refer to your owner's
Yeah.
card to figure out what to add
Hello, Olivia.
Can you move
So you
me
go
7
7?
along that track? Yeah.
on the inner.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice
Wow.
play.
Hello.
All right, Audible, you're up.
Why
I
are you
told
moving
you, dude,
7?
just drive all the time.
Are you just
Audible,
No.
Audible,
This is
Audible.
a different
Crosstalk.
horse.
This is
This is on
probably
the-
unwatchable.
I will.
Why are you moving 7?
I'll go.
I did a drive.
And the drive gives you the.
Hello, Olivia.
I'm gonna drive.
We did
Plus
not
2 in
have a
front.
horse stream snack, but we
gonna
did
drive.
have cherry cola
Oh,
Oreos.
One
I'm
person-
catching on.
4. Where is Audible? 4.
So
just
you get
4.
-1.
Yep.
Wait, did you move -1 on your last one?
Yep.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to this time because he's driving.
4.
4. All right, hand me the ride die. I'm not gonna drive.
Ride or drive?
Oh, that was gonna be a 5.
Yeah, mine was gonna be a 6 and
I don't like
well,
how Jordan
good
is
thing it's still a
continuously
5.
hitting
1,
things.
2.
3.
Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna bank a patience token.
Ooh.
Oh, do you
Wow.
get +2?
Wow, Jordan. Cool.
Yes,
getting
I do
interesting.
get +2
Oh, just because, man.
Okay, so it's
because I don't want to
it's
be on
Good
the
Magic
outer
next?
row.
Okay, who's next?
It is Good Magic's turn.
Wait, how do you know whose turn it is?
It's whoever's in
Steve,
front.
I
on
literally
the inner
asked this
track
question like 2
that
minutes
hasn't
ago.
gone yet. Yeah, it's like the
I'm
fourth
gonna
You
time.
guys
Good
probably
Magic
said it
as
when
well.
20 other people were talking.
No, we
That's
didn't
why I didn't
actually.
Oh! He just broke a leg.
Good Magic is disqualified.
Good magic just broke.
Wait, did I bet on Good Magic? Someone tell
I
me.
fucking
Everybody.
hope so.
Everybody did.
Everybody who bet on Good Magic is gonna.
You bet one.
I bet
Okay.
twice.
Fuck.
Oh.
Did
I
I bet
think I
twice?
bet on Good Magic.
Yeah, so
Did
put that in
I
the
think
big
everybody
stack
but
off
me.
to the side.
Everyone except for Steve and Mario bet on Good Magic.
Yeah. I'm pretty
The
sure I bet
smart ones.
twice.
Oh,
Ri-
no.
You got greedy.
You did.
Oh, you can move sideways equals 1 space.
Yes, if you really need to.
Sideways.
Okay, wait, it's
well,
Vino
I guess
Rosso.
in that
To the
case, I would
inside.
do that instead of going
Too late.
patience.
No,
it's too late.
It doesn't
Time's
affect
up.
anything.
Too late.
Literally.
Time's up.
It kind of does.
You can't do that. You
No,
can't
it
do
doesn't
that.
because.
No, because he wouldn't have drove if you were there.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Take your fucking chip back,
That's
Jordan.
fine.
and I'll tell you where to put it.
The only reason I drove is because I had all that
No,
stuff.
No,
it's
it's not
special
me.
place,
It's Vino
the
Rosso.
glitch.
I don't know who owns Vino Rosso.
There is a place
Vino
specially
Rosso.
Vino
specific
Rosso,
for
it's
San
Mario.
Francisco.
Mario, you're
Mario,
up.
let's go.
Vino Rosso's time.
Ride or
and
drive?
Time to drive.
Oh my god.
Now is when it's more exciting because we know what can happen.
So many people are going to get
Oh, you're
disqualified
driving?
early.
Oh, God.
Driving like
That's how we're going to lose
To
all
the-
our bets is because
not
everyone's
easy.
going to get DQ'd.
you just say the best strategy when you don't know what you're doing is not driving.
Yes, I
Just
did
go
say.
for it.
Oh!
He got a
That's
6, by
He
the
actually
way.
got
You're
6.
Vino Rosso.
So you guys,
Vino Rosso gets the +1, so it's 7.
So
1, 2, 3, 4,
You can go
you
left.
could go 5, 6.
5, 6, 7.
Wow.
And no, he doesn't have the. All right.
Great.
That's awesome.
Next is
Uh,
my boy Jack.
My boy Jack.
I'm rolling.
Terrible. I hope
He's
you
not
lose.
gonna. You're not
You're
gonna
not
drive.
driving.
Horseman.
I can't. Like, it's not worth it. I have 2 patients stored up, and I can't
Yeah.
move that far.
That's true.
You're so smart.
2. Woohoo! Man, it'd be great if
Remember
you
you
rolled.
used
It'd be
smart.
great if you rolled
Well,
on the
he's
camera.
-1, so that's a 1.
Yeah.
So,
Huge
Oh,
roll.
oh, you
back,
use
yeah.
the
but he's
patience.
using both his
Oh,
patience
are you
tokens.
using the patience
Yeah.
tokens?
-1 plus 2 patience.
All right.
3.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's
Oh,
up
wait,
next?
wait. I'm
It's
driving.
Justified.
Justified.
I'm driving.
Who's gonna
I'm
drive?
Justifies driving.
Rip Steve.
Now or never.
Wow.
So close.
So you
So
moved
that's plus
3.
2. So
5.
he goes 4.
He tipped
5.
over, but
Oh, you're
doesn't
using.
die.
Wait, did you have a
Oh,
token?
4. Now it's 4.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
1, 2,
3.
3, 4.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank
Nicely
you.
done.
I'm not sure you could justify the
Boldoro.
roll. Boldoro is gonna just play safe, you know.
Yeah,
going
don't
last.
get both your
Wait,
horses.
who?
He's still one of the
Oh.
favorites. Everybody knows.
He is
he's
one of the favorites.
so he's fine.
He's in the back of the
gonna-
Twist
pack.
Gaming, thank you for the host.
Hey,
2.
welcome to the stream, everyone. We're playing High Roller Horse
Wait, you rolled
Racing.
a 4.
That's a 4.
Battleborn
That's a
GMS
4.
in
1,
chat
2,
is the
3.
designer of the game. You can go diagonal out if you want for one move to go around them. It's
So you
up to
could bank it.
Or you,
No.
he's already banked
Oh,
one.
he's
He's
already
banked it,
banked.
Yeah.
So what's your total move for this turn? You rolled 4. You
4.
have 5 plus your patience. So you did 1, 2, 3, 4. You could go 5, 6 to come diagonal in by spending that token.
No.
Wait,
because
can
I-
he?
Oh, you didn't drive.
Yes.
Sorry.
Exactly.
So
So I can just move here and keep the bank for later. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a 4 right there.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, is
That's
that it?
exactly it.
I
Next
thought
round?
diagonal was 2.
Give me a roll.
Diagonal
ride.
outward is
Okay.
1. Diagonal
Oh,
inward
Wait,
is
someone
2.
give me
Yeah.
the drive. Or ride.
Magnum
ride,
Moon.
Ride. Yeah.
Magnum Moon.
Are
you
you
got?
driving or?
I'm
No,
riding.
he's riding. Can you roll where people can see it, maybe?
That's
I mean,
a
can't
4.
they see here?
No.
4.
Ravine got a 4.
I can't tell.
Ravine got a 4, everyone.
We
1,
did
2, 3,
crosstalk
4.
and we said what we were doing.
We can
Okay.
say it.
Next person.
All right.
It's Mario.
Vino Rosso, you're up.
Vino Rosso
That
thinks
guy.
it's time to do it again.
Oh no! Don't
He's
do it!
driving.
No.
yes,
you're
Vino
gonna
Rosso
co-
is now or never, my friend.
He's
You-
dead.
You have so much room. Why do you need to
2.
drive?
Yeah, because
3.
1, 2, and 3.
All right.
All right, I'm
Man, that was a risky drive.
Audible.
George's the only one who's in on Vito.
gonna just. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
risk-
know.
Not gonna risk it.
I hate this.
Oh, please drive it off the map.
2.
4 for Magnum Moon
And
is
it's what
5
minus
spaces.
1
That's minus
'cause
1.
you're
So I
audible.
just
Magnum
go
Moon
1.
had 5
just go
spaces.
1.
That is great. If
What?
I win,
That's terrible.
You could
Oh,
go
I
one
had
there,
5
or you could go
spaces.
1
Yeah,
to
that's
get
right.
on the inner
Give me
track.
one forward.
Thank you, Battleborn Games.
Just reminding you
I'm
that.
Thank you.
I'm good.
all right, thanks.
I'm only like
well.
making sure because I bet on that.
Because then you actually claim that lane for yourself now.
No, I'd
One-
rather act as a blocker
Or
for everyone
Magnum
else.
Moon's
Am
fine.
I in on
But
my
I-
own horse?
once you're inside
That's what I'm
here,
saying.
it
Everyone
stays
else
straight.
wants to get
Okay,
here, so
let's
you're
do
actually
one.
letting
Oh,
them
yeah,
through.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you actually go here
I'm
instead.
going to guys.
And now you're blocking
Because
more.
I can go around you either way. It doesn't affect me.
Everyone is talking at once.
I was just confirming that I was in on my
I mean,
own
you
horse.
are also talking about something that's not game related. So
What? I wasn't talking.
you were just talking.
No, I was
All right,
not.
I am going to actually take my turn.
Great.
And thus talk about what I'm doing, Mr. Steve.
Ooh, that was close.
Noble
Steve.
Indy is going to ride for 5 plus 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Using the patience token to go
Whoa.
8 as he comes hard into the turn. Noble Indy moves into the second place.
Whoa.
Justify.
Steve.
I'm driving.
Currently in fourth
Whoa.
place, Justify
See that
is
one?
trying to
Going
push
on as
harder.
well.
Let's see that one.
He's got a 3, 4,
Fire.
5. Justify comes around Audible on the outside. Are you sure you want to be in that track
You
rather
could also-
than
you
the
could
inner
also do
track?
No, he does. He does. He does.
You can
No,
walk.
I-
You get a faster track if you
know
go
what? I
there.
didn't even realize I could do that. So I could do this for 2.
No,
No.
for 2, but you don't have 2
I can do
left.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one you can do.
that's way better because it forces Audible out.
Ah.
F you, Audible.
My boy Jack.
F you out. So nice. My boy Jack.
Ed, Praveen, Steve.
Praveen,
All right, my boy Jack, you're up.
choose.
Do I want to drive?
You always want to drive.
My boy Jack is currently tied for last place alongside the favorite Bolt de Oro, who struggled out of the gate. What is my boy Jack going to do to close the race and get back in the contention for the prize?
Yeah, I'll drive.
My boy Jack's going to push it,
Woo!
and he gets a huge burst of
Oh,
speed.
man.
What's the total? What's your drive stat on the front?
It's -1 or it's 0. So,
0? Okay.
yeah.
So my boy Jack gets a huge burst of speed, comes to the outside of Audible, and then you could either stop there and bank one, or you could go into the turn.
I will
If
go.
it's up to you.
Can you move sideways later?
Yes, but not in the turn. So if you stay here, you might be able to follow Steve through the turn if that's what you wanted. Depending
Well,
on
the
what-
turn is 2 spaces longer.
Right, so
on the
you have to
outside.
calculate.
And it's pretty
Is
much
it
open.
worth
I don't know
it?
if it's worth it.
for you to wait.
Is it worth it? I don't
Well,
know.
just go.
It depends. If the other things in the turn don't move.
Henley, thank you for the host. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We're playing High Roller Horse Racing, and we are just getting started with our first race in our 3-point series.
I'm just gonna move into the turn.
All right, my boy Jack comes around the outside of Justify, pulling into fourth
Oh,
place
actually?
by a length.
That's it.
No, I'm gonna hold.
My boy Jack
That way
backs
you-
up on the track,
That way you move. You move first.
shows some
actually, as well.
patience,
Yeah. Hold it.
waiting
okay.
to go into the turn.
Use your patience.
And finally, Bolt de Oro, bringing up the rear after a slow start out of the gate, is going to see what he can do to close this gap.
it's moving 5. not
5.
2.
Do you get any bonuses on the
He
front?
does not.
No, you don't.
You guys are
Your bonus
blocking.
comes in the back.
You guys are blocking everything. Yeah, no bonus. I do have a patience.
But you already saved a patience. I mean,
So,
you could just go around
1,
them.
2, 3,
No, he can't.
4, 5, and
You could just stay there.
do the 6. Oh, just stay here.
Or you could just say, fuck it, I'm going to go in because the inner circle's going to be clustered and just try and make a
I
bolt
move
around the
first
outside.
before them.
No, they move before you. Oh, you'll move before them if you do here, yes.
Yeah.
But
I
you
don't-
can't
I
go
don't
in
block them.
anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't block them, man. So I will have to. I'm pretty much betting that I would run these fast
You'd
enough.
have to go 4 more than them, but they might get blocked behind Vino Rosso, so it's tough. It's going to be very congested on the inner track.
Or just be even more patient.
There is some strategy with Noble Indy at the mid pole. Think about stopping, banking a space, maybe even burning a space before entering the back half of the race. I am thinking about that, in fact.
Why are you
Screw
giving
man.
Jordan?
Just
One,
because you have
two,
It's
one.
three,
There's
Is that
no-
because you have 1
4,
patience?
5.
It's because I have a patience. It's also because I have -2
jumping there.
in the back half.
The back half starts from here, right?
Yes. So that is, in fact, the reason I bought Noble Indy was to try and get a big lead early
Yeah.
and hope
Well,
I
the
survive the
only
back half.
so the only benefit you could get from moving aside or like something like that is just to save up 1 patience. Because there's no other benefit you could get, right?
Moving,
Or I guess
no,
if you want
moving
to, you
side
would.
to side gives you lane position.
Yeah, I guess if you were gonna like start anywhere that you would end up before this space, basically would be equivalent to being here.
Kind of. Yeah.
Oh no. Actually, I
Let's
think
just move horses.
You're just
he's
gonna,
gonna
bank
he's
it.
gonna no,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
I'm
Magnum
gonna
Moon
stay
coming
there.
out of the turn number 1, trying to see if he can lengthen that lead,
6.
and he gets a huge burst of speed. Do you have a plus on that?
He does.
Yeah.
Huge burst of speed
Wait, what
Does
do you
he-
have in the back?
ahead
half?
of the pack.
Does he count as
I
back
assume
or
he
He's
forward?
in -1.
He has a -1 in the back half, but he's got a huge lead.
Front or back counts from
Noble
when you
Indy's gonna
start,
ride one more time.
or-
You can
or
pass
from
that
when you
over.
end? Hey Jordan,
Steve, you're
What?
in on my horse.
front or back counts from when you start a turn?
Front or back comes when you start the turn past the stop.
And before,
Okay,
just
so
to tell
here's the
Steve, I
steal,
start
steal.
driving like
So
crazy.
yeah, Noble Indy has one more chance here.
1.
Woo! Glad I did it that way. All right, Noble Indy comes out of the turn. 1, 2, 3.
You have a blast too? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Noble Indy's gonna go 3 coming out of that turn.
Vino Rosso.
Steven
Vino
has that
Rosso's-
$1,600 treated.
Vino Rosso, currently in third ahead of the most of the pack, is trying to figure out how they can come around this turn and get around the inside of Noble Indy. And is possibly going to make a move here.
He's possibly gonna try to drive again.
Oh, he's driving.
The jockey's going to drive Vino Rosso, trying to come
driving
around the
nuts.
curve hard.
5. And that is gonna be 5
Plus
plus
one, so 6.
1, so it's gonna be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Comes around the inside
5.
of Noble Indy,
And 6.
pulls into second place by a length. And now we've got Justify, who started in the last place post position, but is now currently in fourth place, trying to come in on that inside track. Can Justify make a good showing out of it? Not a lot of people bet on them. And Justify gets a huge boost of speed.
Oh man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you could squeeze through us for 8 if you wanted to get in front of Noble Indy.
He doesn't have 8. He has
You-
7 spaces.
Wait,
No, he
you roll
did
a
right.
6 plus
Oh, yeah,
2.
yeah, you're right.
So you
So-
have 2 more spaces, and then you can go
You can do
diagonal.
that if you want.
Because diagonal to the outer lane only costs you 1.
Oh,
You can always drift
How far
out.
does
I
the
didn't know
winner's
that.
purse go? Is it top 3?
Owner's purse at the end is
Yeah,
top 3. The
Yeah,
points
you
are
have
top
to go
4.
back in maybe later.
But
before
then
you
it's
get
the
there.
top 3 points.
So going
Who get
going out is
money.
free, but going back in later.
okay.
Because
Eventually
it's
you'll
hard to
probably
get
want-
in,
yeah.
but it's easy to
Okay, I
drift
thought they were
out.
all that
So
way.
basically, right now, these 3 are out of everything.
Not necessarily.
So-
but
Unless one
if
of them
it
did-
finished this
yeah,
way, yes, they get no points. All right,
I'm
we've got
driving.
my boy Jack, who's gonna try,
Oh,
but you could also still lose money if you get disqualified rather than just finishing. So you have to decide when you still have a chance versus when you should just finish the race.
I got money. That's not a problem.
So you've also bet money on
Oh,
it.
jeez.
You bet 600 on my boy Jack, but if
Fuck.
you get disqualified, it'll
Greg,
cost you
why'd you
300.
do this to me?
Do what?
Bet on my boy
Your
Jack.
your
tag
drive
me
would
into
cost
it.
you 900 if you roll a 1. So you have to weigh that.
But it would also cost Greg
basic one.
600.
It's
Just
true.
freaking win.
It would cost a lot of people a lot of things. Almost everybody bet on
Yeah,
my boy
who's on
Jack.
my boy Jack?
No, you can't. Can you actually do that? Is that an actual thing you can do?
Everyone except for Jordan Mario.
Ha!
No,
Do
but
it,
I don't
drive,
think
you
that's-
should
I
drive.
don't think that's information that you
No,
get.
that's public information.
Is it?
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, you can always
Isn't
ask
the
who's
best.
on your horse.
All right.
Hey,
well,
what's that total
so
for
it
you?
worked
4.
out this time.
Or
are
3
you-
because I have a minus.
Do you want to do 2 to go to the end and go here, or do you just want to do 1, 2, 3?
I mean, I guess they're equivalent.
No, this is minus
This
2.
one is 1 less
This
space.
is 2 spaces.
Oh, I thought it was 2 spaces less.
Because then there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have an extra space if you ended
Oh,
up
well,
here.
I was lied to.
No, we
People kept
didn't.
saying
No one
each
lied.
track was 2 less than the
It's
out-
2 less, but you will be 1 on 4.
Yes, but you would be
1
1
on forward,
ahead by
1
not
ahead.
because going in
So then it's better to go
costs you a
in.
space.
Yeah, yeah.
Go in is still you're still 1 ahead.
It is 2 more per track.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to go in.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. My boy Jack moves into the inside of the first turn, trying to make
no,
a
no,
push.
so I'm going to spend a patience.
But
so-
oh, you're gonna go one more.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
He's halfway through the turn, but here comes Bolt de Oro.
Voltoro is super patient.
You've got you've got some room to move in to the inner track if you want.
6.
What are
Wow.
these rolls?
What's the
Jeez.
actual-
I mean,
Balls.
you could
I'm gonna
go
do
1, 2, and then
1,
around.
2.
Yeah.
Well, can I do 1, 2, 3, 4?
I mean, no, you
Is that
could
legal?
do 1, 2, 3, 4, but then you'd be stuck and you'd waste it because you don't have the patience. So you're actually better off just going around my boy Jack, because then you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Plus
7
patience.
with your patience,
All right.
which is worth
so
it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the patience.
Bolt de Oro with a burst of speed through the turn comes around the outside of my boy Jack, gets ahead by a length and a half.
Audible.
So you did great
just
getting
gonna
inside
go
because
regular
you're
rolls,
not
regular
only
rolls.
saving
Audible is
one
just
move,
trying to stay
but
on the
also
track
blocking
because
the
That's
game.
his
what I-
owner's
that's what I
already out
wanted
1
to
horse.
See again.
You have
That's
no
that's why I moved
bonus.
to the inside. It was
Yeah.
just worth it.
Oh, you have a
It was
minus 1.
Sure.
Much
minus
better.
one.
If you can, you should always go there. I think.
All right. And Magnum Moon is trying to get into that second turn with a 5-length lead.
Oh man.
Let's see how long they can hold that.
4.
3. You're in the back
Oh, yeah.
half now, my friend.
Feels bad, man.
Now it's
Magnum
tired.
Moon enters the turn,
Sorry.
but let's see who can
Feel
come
a
up
little
beside them.
fatigued
Vino
there,
Rosso,
I got
the
in the
long
turn,
shot for this race,
buddy.
is looking a good chance to at least show here.
And he's gonna do another.
Vino
drive.
Rosso is really looking to get disqualified. His jockey is pushing him very
He's
hard.
pushing so hard, like the hardest I can. Ooh.
Vino
Another 2.
Rosso gets
1, 2 plus
2.
1, 3.
No, you're in
Plus
the,
one,
oh
right.
yeah, you're in the front half
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
Vino Rosso just barely crosses the midway mark.
He actually-
despite his
actually
jockey
work- that's
doing
like
everything
equivalent
he
for
can.
you
What did
for
they
being
actually
here.
get disqualified
Why is
for
that?
in the
Because
race?
here you don't get a
Yeah,
minus
you're
on
actually
speed
no,
in
no.
the back
it-
half.
Here
that's
he
true.
still would because he's over the dotted
I don't.
line.
Oh,
horses
okay,
get
gotcha.
Yeah, and he can't
disqualified.
bank twice.
So that's purely a game.
No, you can get disqualified.
But not
That's
for
true.
like-
He gets
if you,
immediately
like,
tired.
not
yeah.
for running
Not for
your horse
rolling
too
one.
fast.
Well,
not-
there's
well,
like
I'm
rapidly
asking,
rolling
what is
dice.
the
on
real
the-
life-
Going through these lines is
Like,
like
I
time,
wanted that
time
mechanic.
Maybe the
savings.
chat can
Yeah.
hear if
For-
everyone wasn't talking.
Yeah,
before.
Scott,
timing
we have a
lanes,
question
like,
for you.
Things get lost there.
We have a question for you, Scott. What is
meantime, Justify.
what is the
What
real
would you like
life
to do?
equivalent of disqualification? How do those rules actually work in horse races? Next up, we have Justify, who was just on the outside of Vino Rosso and sees an opportunity here.
Ooh, sabotage.
Justify pushes their way
Boom.
past my boy Jack with a long kick to the back.
Wait, my question is that count as front or back right now?
On
You're
the
in the
next
back.
turn, it will count as back because your horse is past the
Is
dotted line. Yes,
is.
that is how it works.
Not anymore.
Now you're running that
I
way. It's
steered
like
that way.
And you can't bank either.
You're like,
Well, actually, I don't have to. Huh.
You could just
Move to the
You
inside.
could just
gonna
move
do
to the
that.
inside. Yeah,
exactly.
that's
That
fair.
sounds much better.
All right,
problem
Noble,
is now if Vino Rosso gets like a 1,
Yeah,
then you're in a bad
Yeah.
Vino
spot.
Rosso can
all right,
suck
Noble
it.
Indy had a real
over.
bad move coming out of that last turn, but they're gonna see what they can do now. Noble Indy with another bad turn
Wait, does you? Oh,
is gonna go 1, 2, and then bank that so that they get another bonus.
For
what
me
happens
later.
if you roll 1 and you're minus 2?
That is what I should have done.
Then you just don't.
Maybe,
move.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I was past already.
Now that I'm
Jockeys
thinking
will
about
file
it,
a
like,
protest if they
Noble
get bumped
Indy is
by
gonna
another
get
horse.
shit on in the back half, so maybe
So
I
basically,
shouldn't drive.
the drive is saying that you're basically trying to push your horse through the pack.
Oh, no,
and
no, I
so
still have to
in an
drive.
actual race, if you
What are you
bump
doing?
other horses too much, then jockeys can file a
What? I'm
protest,
rolling.
and then
You're
they'll
rolling for that.
they can disqualify.
Oh,
you.
no.
I was like, that's my horse.
You're rolling for Bolt de Oro,
Oh, I forgot the Bulldog.
who is
Man, Baldoro is there.
you're
man.
lucky because you rolled a 1 on that drive die.
No, I didn't. I rolled a 2.
Oh,
It was a 2.
I
Well,
thought
you're
you
still
were
lucky,
rolling.
because
I thought you were
I'm
rolling from
sure.
back and moon. I'm like, why would you?
4.
4. Bolt de Oro comes around the
1,
turn.
2, 3, 4.
Two.
And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my boy Jack trying to catch up here with a huge burst of speed around the curve.
I'm a -1 on
Minus
speed,
1.
so 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what you want?
+1 for this. They cancel out.
So you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me your drive. When
Yeah,
you roll
yeah.
the
That
drive,
is
just
a
tell me
tight
your
keep-
drive.
looking stack.
All right. The pack is tightened up out of the curve, but we have Audible here
Audible's got to drive it, getting too far
who's been
behind.
flagging behind.
Oh, that's so
Ooh.
close.
Just begging for it.
Audible
really,
gets
like,
to go 3
Time
more.
literally
2,
slowed down on that 1.
You're
before it
stronger on
rolled
the back
over.
half.
Yeah.
Audible's just biding their time in the back of the pack, waiting for that late game push.
5 off Magnum.
Magnum Moon coming around the curve hard.
Well, not 5.
You have a -1,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Feels bad, man.
Still pushing that
So bad.
huge lead.
Holy man.
Vino Rosso trying to hold on here.
All right, Vino Rosso.
Vino Rosso
Not gonna
starting to
drive.
flag a little bit in the back
Yeah,
half.
he's not gonna drive anymore. I think he's tired. Let's go.
Oh, good.
Lucky choice.
You don't
so
move
you
at all.
don't move at all because you have a -1.
That's
So,
a real
just-
feels
Vino
bad.
Rosso's
And
really.
that's a real feel. At least he's not
Yeah.
disqualified. He will be otherwise.
He just stopped in time.
Vino
like,
Rosso
nah, man, I'm not running
looks
this.
He was like,
visibly tired
let's go, boom. And it's
after
just like,
passing the midway point.
Looks visibly
everybody's gonna
temporarily
pass him.
distracted.
Justify sees a chance to come around the outside of Vino Rosso.
What's really fucked
Please
is now
no.
me and you are fucked back here. Because this is
3,
going to go. Oh, no,
5,
he's got still +2.
+1. Oh, +2, yeah.
1. Is this 2?
2, yep. 3.
3.
You have 2 more. So you could either go back in diagonally, or you could just go 2 forward. 4, 5.
Not worth.
Worth.
You want to go on the inside because it's too shorter,
No,
and
it's
you
worth
cut off
No, that's
Vino
true.
Rosso.
So it's 3, 4, 5. Oh,
Yeah.
4,
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
inside is always better. Yeah.
All right. Hand me the drive die.
Ooh.
Noble Indy sees an opportunity on the outer lane, but may get too aggressive coming
I
past
hope
Vino
so.
Rosso. Wow.
Is that
Whoa!
I don't know what it was.
Whoa! I want to
That's
misroll
6
on that.
No,
So
I didn't miss roll
illegal.
on that.
That was fucked up. You have to
So
spin
illegal,
it.
so
If
illegal.
you roll,
I don't know
like
what
that-
it was. I literally just
That's
picked
what
it
I'm
up.
saying. That's why this roll doesn't count.
No,
I
it does
validated
count.
I validated
No,
it.
It
hell
does
no.
count.
Go for
Jordan
it.
was thinking about Russia and the one he got when he rolled the die.
No.
You saw the one.
I don't like
Yeah.
this roll. This is fucked up. You
Actually,
have to keep your roll.
actually, we should invalidate the roll and disqualify your
No,
horse right away.
that is not how that
And
works.
you pay
so-
$600.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. On top
And
of
we
that,
impound your horse.
No, I'm going
Pay
to
a fine.
move the roll.
well, you can move it, but you have to pay $600.
No, I'm going to
For
move
me.
the roll,
I mean, I think that sounds fair.
You just did
It-
something
no,
weird
it
there.
I
literally-
didn't like that spin. You saw your spin and you picked
No,
it
it
up.
literally didn't roll. I tried to roll it and it
That's
hit
you
right here.
threw
was
it.
pretty-
That's your
It
fault.
was settled on the other side.
But it hit there, over there. It was a 6.
No,
and
it's that's
Yeah, it did. That's
Steve,
equivalent.
Stop being a
So-
bitch.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay, let the map move
Jordan.
8 spaces. Move 8.
Yeah,
Go
8
for it.
plus a patience. So
So,
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you guys haven't seen our
5,
Twitter
6,
poll,
7, 8, 9.
if you visit our Twitter,
Nine?
there's currently
The
a
fuck?
survey. Who is the most competitive person on Tilted
Yes,
Table?
and all the people who are whining about that dice roll should be on that poll, but
No,
unfortunately
No,
Ravine's
that
not.
was just an unfortunate.
You're not moving 9. Why are you moving 9?
Because I have
Plus 2.
Oh, sorry, I should be moving 10. You're right.
10.
Because I rolled a 6
Yeah.
plus
I rolled a
3
1,
for driving,
I picked it back
and I
up,
spent my patience.
I rolled a 6.
So yeah, move me one more.
All right.
It was Jordan turn ever.
I know.
This is the. I agree, Greg. This is the most Jordan.
The
turn
creator
ever.
of the game says, "Let the man move."
8 spaces.
Yes,
Move it back
and
to
then we
move it back
did
to-
the math.
But it's fine.
That's it.
Everyone else gets one mulligan roll,
Okay.
and that's it. And that's fair.
Okay,
No.
that's fair. Yes.
That
one
is not how
mulligan.
that
I agree,
works,
that's
Steve.
fair.
We
If you
deserve a
don't like
mulligan.
how the die settles,
We
you
deserve,
can't roll.
we
That is
deserve
not
a,
how that works.
We deserve a mulligan, all of us.
All right, it's my boy Jack's turn.
As long as you pick it up in less
Oh,
than
it
2
is- oh, it
seconds.
is, yeah.
Like,
Yes,
is
yes.
there? Did you pick it
I
up
literally
back?
couldn't see the die.
It
I
will take
picked
about
it-
5 seconds.
No, it
That
was
you
not
pick it.
5
I mean, it's
seconds.
measured. Like,
We have a VOD.
It's a more or less.
That's unfortunate.
The body's glitchy.
Can you not bank it?
No.
I don't want to bank it.
Oh, because you're better in the
You don't
back
have to
half.
make it.
Makes sense.
I mean, I'm just less shit
Bolt
in
to
the back
Oro
half.
coming in hard on the outside.
Ah, Boldoro is still keeping patience around. Come on, guy. You can do it.
Reroll. Don't look at it. Just reroll.
It settled
Uh-huh.
badly.
Alright.
It's settled badly on a flat surface.
Right.
I didn't pick it up in 5 seconds, so
Oh.
You rolled 2-5. That's a secret. You have to roll right.
Driving
here.
again,
yeah.
baby.
Look, whoever you can't see was in for like gasps from the audience. And then like, oh,
2.
Jordan, you're never living that down.
Fuck you guys.
Jordan is tilted.
Putting the tilt and tilted.
Yeah, you can fucking cry
Steve-
all the way to the bank,
Steve,
Jordan.
here's how much I rolled on that die.
Did you?
No, because I couldn't fucking see it.
I think 5 seconds gives you
Yeah,
enough
nice.
time. I mean, maybe not normally.
All right,
but-
it's Justify.
Noble Indy,
No, it's not.
actually.
Oh no.
Oh, Noble Indy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
but
you know what? Actually, you're right.
Noble
it
Indy's
should have
going to
been,
ride.
but it's not.
Noble Indy's gonna ride.
Oh, bro.
Rip
Bro.
audible. Rip
Bro.
audible.
Yeah, DQ. What is this?
Bro.
What is this? What is this
I
bullshit?
moved nothing.
You just replace the.
I moved
you just
zero.
replace the horse.
This is some animal violence. Yeah, what is this?
Bumping a horse.
Battleborn Games, did you realize what you've created?
Oh my god.
You've destroyed at least 3 friendships.
Who was that? That was Noble. Okay, Justify time.
Justified coming in on right behind Noble Indy, who is really flagging around that last turn,
But not really, because he just fucking like fed his horse a Red Bull.
and then went 0 the next turn.
They gave him wings. There's all sorts of shit.
The wings are fucking
That's
tattered.
hardcore.
Okay, that was your mulligan.
That's-
You
that
have.
was your
No,
mulligan.
see, that is exactly
That was your
legit.
mulligan. No,
Jordan.
that's not legit. What do you mean?
No, no,
No,
no.
my point is that he
It
can
fell out of my
absolutely
hand when I was
re-roll it.
yelling
No,
at
he
people.
can't. He
Yes,
can't
he
reroll.
can.
We're
Well,
giving him a reroll because you did that.
He's
wouldn't
That's
be
the
allowed
only
to
reason.
He's
That
not
was a
even touch the
fucked up
board.
reroll. If he didn't
Two
have a
things.
mulligan, he should
Two
not
things.
be able to
First
do
of
that.
all-
Half a mulligan,
First of all,
it's fine.
Steve's was way more of a roll than mine was, and it still would let him re-roll it because he literally
No.
dropped it on accident.
No, that doesn't matter. That's you. You fucked up. You suck
Also,
at rolling.
2, I grabbed it before it stopped rolling, so it hadn't
Which is
settled.
exactly
No.
what I did.
That's all
Yes.
bullshit.
Yours was like literally like this. You reached over, grabbed it,
Back
and
with
threw it
the one.
across the room. There is a VOD.
I mean,
Yes, there is a
there's a camera
VOD.
right
The
there.
VOD will vindicate me.
he took about 2 seconds to pick it up, but you took about 5.
No, I did not.
No, because the thing was, Jordan's had settled and was just spinning in place, and he was like, no. I
You
don't
guys
like the way
are
that
literally
sounds.
imagining
Nah.
things. You're
Alright.
making things up in
Real
your
drop.
brain.
Real drop.
He's
I
like,
was like,
oh.
right there. That's how it
Alright.
happened, man.
You just spend your
This is not
mulligan.
how
It's
it
fine.
Your
That's
mulligan's
not
out.
good.
Your
Yeah,
mulligan's
that's not
out.
vindicate.
You have a mulligan. That's
4.
fine. All right.
That was your okay. Your mulligan is gone.
Don't you
I
have a
didn't
minus
have a
1?
mulligan.
Everybody has a minus. No.
No,
Wait, why
he
did you
doesn't
move
have-
5, dude?
I did move 4. I moved 4.
Four.
He moved
No,
forward.
you were here.
I
No,
was
you
here.
were
No, he was
Certainly
2 ahead.
not.
Yeah, he was there.
Good.
Vino
Vino
Rosso
Rosso.
goes next, and he's just gonna keep it cool.
Noble Indy's just trying to show here. Noble Indy doesn't.
See how you roll?
I like how nobody bet on Noble
He moves
Indy
zero
and
again.
Justify,
Yeah.
and we are in the front of the pack.
Come on, Vino Rosso.
I bet on Justify.
No, no.
I know, but nobody
He moves
had
nothing.
faith other than us.
Oh.
He's been there for the last two
I have faith in
for the last two turns. Like
Oh my God, poor
he
guy.
came like an arrow. He spent 2 turns right there, like not moving at all.
All right,
Like man, he's actually drinking the Red Bull
Well,
now.
My boy Jack, let's go.
my boy Jack trying to get around
My
Vito
boy, Jack,
Rosso.
what are you doing this to me, Vino Rosso?
Oh, my boy Jack
Oh,
tries
my
to
Jack
push
is
past
out.
Vito Rosso, and he gets too rough and gets disqualified by the
Wow.
race stewards.
How much is it? It's
My
My boy
bet.
Jack
300.
is fucking wrecked.
300 to the big stack.
My bets.
That was a huge amount of money on my
I
boy Jack.
trusted on you.
That was
Everybody
actually
who was
fun.
betting on
Yeah.
my boy Jack is feeling ripped
What
off
if you
now.
can't pay? You just don't get a horse anymore.
We pull it out of your winnings on the bets.
The best part is big.
Ah.
Oh wait, I have a mulligan.
Not late.
Uh,
you
Did
have you have 2 seconds.
Sir?
You
I
have 2
did.
seconds.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did pay
No,
his fee.
like you need to act, you need to act like
Voltoro.
unawares and flabbergasted.
Oh no, I'm a fair player here.
Move, my friend. Move something.
The best thing was, as I picked it up, I was like, this is
5,
a stupid
alright.
decision. It doesn't make sense. But I
So
wanted
Five
it anyways.
and you have a
It's,
bonus?
it's nothing
No,
more.
Still front.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna
You don't want to
put it
move
there.
in?
Not for now.
All right. I guess Vino Rosso is also your horse.
Yeah.
So.
It already went, yeah.
Audible coming in the back of the
Driving.
pack, trying to get across Vino Rosso, who has looked really
Is there
stalled.
chat we can't see?
Unsure because producer. I'm pretty sure we have lost a lot of chat actually.
Can you?
Nope, producer just randomly
Noble
scrolled
Indy.
it. All right. Noble Indy is going to ride again. Actually, fuck. Nope. Noble Indy's gonna try and drive one more time.
Please lose. Please.
Probably gonna lose.
Get a one.
Please lose.
What is this? What is Jordan doing? He's
Jordan
playing
literally
freaking
just
mini.
throws his dice on objects.
Jordan has not had a
That's
single
a
roll.
-1.
You haven't had a single roll this entire time that hasn't
Yeah,
hit one of
at
those
least
poles
I roll
or
on
a
the table.
stack. What do you mean? My roll is perfectly valid.
You've
This
been
whole
rolling
thing
way
is a
over there.
table. I'm sitting
On the
over here.
board.
Where do you
You're
want
on the
Why
board.
would I roll on the
This is the
board?
table.
Can you move me 5, please,
No,
around the
don't do
air
it.
track? Yes. Go ahead, sir.
I'm riding because there's no sense in driving.
I mean, that would have been a great drive.
Do you have a minus?
Nope.
No.
I'll
That's
go,
5.
I'll go to
You
the
can go
outside.
on the outside. No,
Oh.
he can.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
can do that for 6.
Here for 6, yeah.
No, he can do diagonal out for 6.
Oh, okay.
Remember, diagonal to the outside is 1.
Right.
Come
actually a
around
really good
the
move.
second turn. Justify pulls up on the outside of Noble Indy. They are neck and neck trying to catch up with Magnum Moon. And Bolt de Oro is asleep.
Your turn.
I use my mulligan
Yeah, I should have
Use
used my
his mulligan
mulligan.
to get chips.
to get chips. Yeah. Can I do that?
I'm
Bolt
using
de
my.
Oro's trying to figure out
I'm
if they
holding
can
on
get
to my
some points in
mulligan
this
for
race.
next round.
All right. I think from now
Keeping
on
it good.
is so if he loses, I lose $300, right?
Yeah.
All right. Time to.
But you're
Yes.
driving.
We just drive all the way to the end now. Come on now. He's now never guy. He's gone. And he's
Ooh.
6. Ooh, that was. I saw 1 there for a
8,
second. I
like
was
an
about.
8.
All right. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2. 1 and 2. Still, well, at least he has.
Oh,
a
it's getting
chance.
That's a
tight
great-
here at the end.
Yeah.
Bolt de Oro comes with a burst of speed into the second turn, trying to
Next
get
one.
into that.
Vino
Vino
Rosso,
Rosso.
Third
will
place
he
spot.
move?
You can stay there, buddy. Don't worry.
Vino Rosso's just trying to block
As long,
Audible.
as long as you don't cost me any money.
Some
it's
tag
okay.
Yeah,
teaming,
you
man.
actually.
6.
Oh, big moves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You
6.
should just
Minus
drive.
1.
Minus 1, 5.
He doesn't want to lose the money.
I'm not there. I'm gonna drive with the one that can actually do something.
Driving again. I'm in last place. I gotta make some moves here.
Audible gets
Oh my
disqualified.
god.
Greg, are you dead? Are you all dead?
Yeah, he's
I'm
out. He's
How
out.
many times did you drive every turn?
He drove a lot.
Well, I had to because I was in last place.
Is that
For
right?
both?
You could have just played to finish.
No, the first one I got DQ'd.
You
and
could've
that's the
just
first time I drove.
You could have just
Literally.
decided there was no way you could get top 4 at this point.
Vino Rosso is actually the last horse now.
1.
He was somewhere.
Magnum
Oh,
Moon
don't
is
move.
really flagging in the back half here.
I
We
know
have an
how it feels,
opportunity
yeah.
for
Yeah.
Noble Indy.
You go
who-
first there. Like you have some promise.
Noble Indy's going to move 2, and they're going to pull up right on the outside of Magnum Moon.
I got him.
Justify's looking to come around the outside
I don't
of
know
these
if I'm
two.
gonna drive or not. No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't really get.
You have
really get much.
you get a +1.
It's not worth
Do
it.
it.
It's not
you-
worth
you
it.
can't win on it.
It's worth it. So worth it.
No, 1.
Yes, actually, if you rolled a 6 on a drive, you would
But
win.
don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not doing
Right,
it.
it's not worth it. You have a huge advantage right now.
Not
So
really,
you,
not anymore.
you get,
1.
yeah. So
Oh, granted, like we're all
they're neck and
equal.
neck. They're neck and neck coming in. Who's gonna get the win here?
This is actually kind of exciting.
Bolt to Oro
it's
is
huge.
not out of it yet either. Bolt to Oro could have a big push here.
Bolt to
Bolt to Oro
has
is
to
He
go.
is strong in the stretch.
Bolt to Oro
folks.
is blocked
He's got
out,
the
though.
+1.
He's not screwing around.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Win or die, my
Oh,
friend.
he's,
you could
he's
go out
pushing.
together.
Win or die.
Bolt to Oro
3,
4.
could get around. You could actually get
5.
up with everyone
1,
else.
2,
No, you have to go back
No.
over 1.
3.
No. You can do diagonal coming out of the curve.
So
So
okay.
1,
1,
2, 3, 4.
4, 5.
Bolt to Oro comes all the way out of the curve with a burst of speed that pulls him into the front and
Holy
gets to
shit.
go again.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, it's Vino
Vino
Rosso
Rosso, yeah.
first.
Vino Rosso, don't worry, my friend. Don't worry.
Vino Rosso's just like, I'm gonna not do
You
what
can
Audible
roll.
did.
Vino Rosso is asking me
What's
to
this say?
drive.
How many? What total? We can't see the chat, producer.
Scroll down.
Laps total. How many laps total?
Just
what?
one. We're almost
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
Who said that?
We would have been done much faster.
right here. Yeah,
we weren't
which is
digging
very
around.
slow players. So Vino Rosso is asking me to drive. I don't know why. Like he wants to drive, but I'm not gonna let him. Just stay cool, my friend.
Vino
2,
Rosso goes
1, 2, -1 is just 1.
one. Vino Rosso's really flagged in the second half.
All right.
He's done.
But
Keep
Bolt
going.
to Oro
Q again.
senses an opportunity for victory coming in on the
I
outside.
moved 3 times in a row.
He's ahead by a length.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't know, man,
remember,
that's-
if you cross the finish line, it's whoever gets the farthest on this turn. So if you cross the finish line, you might bait somebody else into driving and they might DQ themselves.
I know, man. Like, whoa. But I could just
Vino
die.
Rosso does have a chance at fourth if someone DQs
Wait, I have a
themselves.
question. So, if let's say 2
Wait,
horses
go.
cross the line, like they're automatically first and second, no matter how far they get.
Yeah.
Like
Correct.
the third place couldn't go past me on 2 turns from now.
No.
Okay.
No. Because once at the end of the turn in which someone crosses the line, we pull that horse off and put them in the win place.
Vino
or
Rosso
show
has a
spot.
chance at 4th.
Yeah, if someone DQs themselves, or if
Oh,
they
sure.
roll really well. But it's Bolt to Oro's turn. I foresee a Noble Indy collapse for 5th. It is very possible. Noble Indy is really looking bad in this back half. Blew a huge, 6-length lead over Justified and got caught by Bolt to Oro, the
I
two
would say-
favorites.
I would say Noble Indy losing is justified.
Oh!
Let's go.
All right. Well, man, this is a hard call. But I made a promise. Bolt de Boro will just drive to the fucking end. So that's what
Oh
he's doing.
no!
Please lose.
Oh
Please
no!
lose.
He's driving.
Oh no!
Please lose. Please.
Drive or die.
no.
One.
Drive or die.
Ride or
Okay.
die, ride.
Ah!
Mulligan roll. Mulligan roll.
Roll it. Re-roll it.
Shit, that was actually good. A good one. I actually had time to see the number, and it was good.
It would have put you across the
But
finish line.
I had to do it anyway because I was doing it. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Mulligan. Ah! Ooh,
This is the same roll.
same thing. All right.
So that's +2.
Destiny's there.
So you go
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5, and he crosses the line.
Bolt Oro's across the line.
I'm driving.
Which will not have.
Oh, no, everyone's gonna try
He's
and drive
driving
for the
everybody
finish.
nuts.
Oh! What's your
Oh,
bonus?
Holy shit!
What's your bonus?
1.
So 1,
no,
2,
no,
3,
I-
4.
It's plus.
What's your drive?
Oh, I
bonus?
get one more because I have a stamina of 0.
All right. So,
Or
okay,
no, no,
If
no,
you have
no.
a stamina,
Look
look
at
at
it
your
here.
owner card
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tell me what the
Good-
drive
I'm looking
bonus
at the
is.
wrong horse. The drive says +2. The drive is 0.
No, it's
Drive is 0.
yeah.
So
But
1,
it's
2,
not a
3,
minus-
4, 5, 6.
Why did you do
Yeah.
that?
It's not a -1 because otherwise it would have been. a
Producers,
-1.
start looking up what happens in case of a tie, unless Noble Indy or Justified does
Noble
it.
Indy
So,
is huge, right?
Noble Indy has to go for it.
You actually win.
Noble
'cause you're
Indy
in the-
has to
Yeah,
drive.
I hope it's based on who's
because
on the
that is
inside.
the only
Yeah,
way.
It's normally.
Actually, no. Noble Indy cannot cross the finish line on this
I
turn.
remember what it is. It's the person
Wait.
closest in the innermost lane.
Yeah.
Wait, are you,
Du-
you could
just
cross
double
it if you
check.
get a 6.
If I get a 6. Noble Indy is going to bide their time though, and go ahead and
Oh
just.
no, it's actually a roll off.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because
Oh.
otherwise it'd be lame to just give it to the inner on the straightaway.
Photo finish.
Yeah. So Noble Indy is just gonna try and go for points at this point because Justify's probably gonna pass them, or they're gonna hope that Justify disqualifies themselves. 5. See, it wouldn't be enough. So 5 minus 2. Just move Noble Indy 2 and then diagonal, just because they want to cut in front of
2
Justified.
here.
Yep.
Okay.
It doesn't really affect Justified, but it's Noble Indy's feeling Like
All
they
right,
want to kick
Justified.
Justified
It actually
in
does
the face.
affect Justified.
It actually
No,
does affect
no, 'cause
Yes,
you-
it does.
Oh, it actually does because you want to get around Bolt to Oro. Yes. Great.
Didn't you
Perfect.
vote for fuck? Didn't you pay for Justified?
I think I also
No, he didn't.
no, I didn't bet on Justified. I bet on Magnum Moon though, and I think I may have also bet on Bolt to Oro.
I'm driving.
Yes, confirmed.
This is stupid. I'm gonna
Thank
get a
you.
1.
Three.
5.
Plus
What? 4.
4, so 4 total.
1, 2.
Oh man.
Wait,
you wanna go up?
outside.
You want to go outside. Inside is worthless to you.
3, 4.
All
I
right.
can't win this.
So
game.
now we have
You get 4?
what?
You don't get 5, Steve?
No,
No, they
he
get
rolled
2
a
in the back.
3 and then he got plus 1.
Oh, okay.
So now we have a roll off between Magnum Moon and Bolt to Oro after Vino Rosso moves their 1.
Actually,
Just both roll
You're
at the
just
same
gonna
time.
patience it.
yeah. Take
Okay.
it easy,
So
guy. Don't
Magnum
worry.
Moon and Bolt to Oro need to
Alright.
roll off here.
You take that dice, I take this one.
You
Roll
take
at the
the
same
same
time.
in real horse racing, that block move by Noble Indy would be illegal.
Oh snap! Good
Is
thing
this
it's not.
the photo
We,
finish?
we roll at the same time, but I've got a mulligan.
Oh shit, he's got a mulligan.
You don't get a mulligan right
No,
now.
you can't make a mulligan
he's
rule.
got a
We didn't make a fucking
You have
mulligan
to
roll.
involuntarily grab at your dice.
No, that's
Yeah.
fuck. No, we never said that. That's not what a
If
mulligan
you wanna
is.
do mulligan, you have to do it super fast.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
that's fine.
All right. Let's
The one
Fuck
second.
you.
We do a
Three,
countdown.
Just
two,
roll it.
1, photo
Go.
finish.
Fuck! I should
Yes.
have mulligan faster.
You got a 1
Was it
versus
low?
a 3.
Wait, touch the paper.
So we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3. All
Alright.
right, sorry, 1, 1, 2, 3. Bolt to Oro pulls ahead of Magnum Moon in the photo finish to take the win. Magnum Moon in second place, but now we've got Justified and Noble Indy trying to figure out who gets show
Me.
versus place.
Dude, do a
Or
drive.
show versus fourth.
Do it right now.
4,
Yes.
exactly 4. All right,
I did have racing
Noble
drive.
Indy's only chance here. No,
Drive.
Noble Indy's only chance is to drive, so they're just gonna do it and possibly give Vino Rosso the 4th place finish.
Which is amazing. If Vino Rosa wins.
No,
Oh.
but he gets to
That
go
would be
1,
super
which
cool.
means Vino Rosso's still in the race.
Vino Rosso is
Vino
your time.
Rosso's gonna make up everything on this
You've
turn.
been waiting for this
I
all
mean,
this time.
I could roll 2s for the rest of the game and get stuck there. That's
I
fine,
mean,
it's 2.
totally
yes,
possible.
but
I got stuck
I
before.
guess a 2 or a 1.
Vino Rosso should
Yeah.
drive. I don't know. He's keep.
I
I mean,
have
No,
1/3
don't
chance.
drive.
you
Don't-
know,
no,
if you
drive.
talk to the, you don't know because you don't talk to the horse.
I'm actually
You should not be recommending that to anyone.
3.
3. So,
So
For the
it's
love of God.
1, 2.
do you want to use your patience token?
Be patient, man. No, keep it.
Because you can't store anymore.
I know. Keep it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be patient.
Okay,
Well,
well,
now or never.
No, I know. No, wait.
Noble Indy
I'm not listening to him.
moves
Okay.
to places 4th.
Finally crosses the line. All right,
Okay.
show us the money.
show us the money.
All right, so we have Bolt to Oro, a favorite, pulled off the win,
Totally.
which means that the people who want him, who bet on Bolt to Oro, get to
Who bet
split
on
the
Bolt to
top
Oro?
2 pools.
All right.
How much money is being split?
So okay. So Bolt Oro had 3 people betting on it: Steve, Jordan, and Mario.
So it's a 3-way split.
It's a 3-way split.
Steve, you're
But
killing
how
it.
much money should there be so I can double check?
There should be 3,800.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
Wow.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and there was 2 left over because I definitely miscounted.
I didn't realize it.
That's
Like
why
I
we're
didn't,
double checking.
I didn't understand
We'll check the
earlier
other ones
that
in
the
a
back
second.
half is longer than the front half. Which
Oh.
doesn't make
yeah.
sense.
I didn't either.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it is.
Because it's all the penalties
Yep.
of them. The stamina is always not as strong.
Well, no, it's just like distance-wise. So we're gonna split the 3,800 3 ways, right?
Yes.
So
Can you play Bitch Better Have My Money by Rihanna, please?
I'm in second
What?
place, dude.
It's both longer and also
By the way,
horses
Steve,
move slower, so
for
it's
all
actually
Well, it
Maybe
depends
you
on your
did.
horse.
you'll
Most
see
of
how
them,
much you
most
get
of
paid
them.
out for Justify.
well, not
A lot or
no,
not?
not
A lot.
not Bolt
You're
Oro.
the only one who
Yeah.
bet.
yeah,
I'm the only one who bets?
yes.
I'm the only one to bet on myself? Did anyone in chat vote for me?
No.
All right,
No,
there you
man.
go, Mario. And then there's 200 left over.
My pile
which
of
that
bills.
I think we decided that went to the owner's purse. I mean,
Sure.
Scott can let us know. Scott, what happens to extra money if you can't divvy up the bets?
How does the owner's purse get divvied?
I'm assuming it goes to the owner's
Okay.
purse. I'm just gonna set it aside. I don't know what this
Three,
was.
two,
Oh,
one.
this was DQ money from someone.
Okay.
All right, how much pays place place was Magnum Moon? Who bet on Magnum Moon and how much is it worth?
Who bet on Magnum Moon? Everyone except for Greg bet.
But-
bet on Magnum Moon.
I
It
don't
stays
know-
in the better's pool.
Chat, I don't know what to tell you. Mistakes are made.
You're gonna split it in 5 ways.
How much should there be total?
There should be 1,900. Yeah.
Hmm.
And Steve bet 2. Praveen bet 1.
Steve,
Jordan
you're
bet 1.
a
Mark bet 1.
beast.
Steve is getting paid out for each category.
We forgot to add the 100 bonus that was in each pool, so ours actually split up just perfectly.
Okay. Yeah.
So
That's a good call.
we each get an extra. So there should be 2,000 here. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So you can get 400 per unit. So 400 to Praveen, 800 to Steve, 400 to Jordan, 400 to Mario.
Maybe this is my game.
Yeah, clearly.
Horses on demand. What a surprise.
Never shot. And Mario. So basically, everyone but on Magnum Moon except for Alec. Rip. All right. And the last pool of money here.
Goes to Steve.
And how much should it be?
Whoa.
1,800.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn it.
Oh, that feels so
all
good.
of that.
That is
It
crazy.
feels so good.
After all that.
Oh my god.
You
it
knew
feels
you
good.
were right.
Oh god.
Steve was right all along.
Alright, what happens with the giant pool of money?
That stays. It stays the next round.
Wait, what the fuck? I don't get any money for my horse winning?
You would get it at the end of.
When we get the points.
However, looking at the clock, we may not be able to finish that out.
So we may have to do 2 races
we-
instead of 3.
Well, if we did turns faster.
If we did
Yes.
turns faster, we might be able to do 2 races.
Can we do that? Okay.
I'm not 100% sold. that
Can
we'll
we
be able
do
to
that?
3.
That's a good
it's
question.
yeah.
But
Okay, well, if Jordan stops mulliganing every other turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we
Jesus.
just like I think if we just like roll and move.
All right,
like
let's go.
This game doesn't have that much strategy.
Okay,
It's
if
like
Jordan
you
would
guys-
stop
you guys need to
murdering
start with
horses left and right
Shuffle
on
it
the
up,
track.
Let's reset it, shuffle it up. Let's do speed
Yes,
rounds. Let's
yeah.
go.
Well, now we know.
And, do you want to open up the betting again?
Now we know what we're doing.
Obviously, people may not want to bet till they see the post position, but
Wait, did we pay out people that bet? How did
Yes,
chat bet?
We did. No one won.
no one bet on Bolt to
Oh
Oro.
my god.
Rip. Do you know who had the most bets, or did you
It
already
says
reset?
stays in better's pool. I'm assuming.
I'm big gaming.
To the.
Do you know who had the most bets from chat, or did you already reset it?
Who had the most bets? Well, it was 1 each. On Magnum Moon,
Chat bets.
Audible, Noble Indie.
Oh, nobody got multiple bets?
No, no one.
Alright. First up, Vino Rosso.
Ooh.
The survivor. He was still on the track when
was.
everyone else passed.
He
He
just
just,
started-
they
he
just
just
sold
went
us-
back to
you
the
don't get to
start
keep
line.
that.
Hey, he's got the
Second,
patience.
Bolt to
What?
Oro.
He's keeping the patience point, right?
Third is Justify. Fourth is Noble Indie.
Dude, this is some bullshit. What is this?
My,
Now you know how Steve felt last
my
night.
Yeah.
2 horses are
Fifth
there.
is My Boy Jack.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Sixth
The
is
two on
Audible.
front.
And as the person who got screwed the most last game, I'm going to let you choose my left hand or my right hand. Right hand, Magnum Moon, once again picked wrong. I swear I'm not a magician. Oh, look, good magic, last place.
Alright.
Of course.
With magic
Of
time.
course.
Alright,
All right,
with the betting.
bets are
Bets are
opening right now, perhaps.
All right.
And
I bet you're
starting with
No, why
Mr.
would it be
Alec
starting with
himself.
Alec? It's starting with.
No, it starts in the back half. So good, Mr. Good Magic gets to bet first.
Boldora, please.
Oh, you're betting.
Yes, and then it would be whoever owns Magnum Moon, and then
300. Bolt Oro.
yes, 300 on Bolt to Oro.
For Steve?
For Greg.
Yep.
For Greg.
For Greg. Okay.
Yeah. So it would be Greg, then Praveen,
I'll bet 300 on Justified.
then me, then
Okay,
Steve,
Praveen,
then
300
Mario.
Justified.
All right.
Don't we just do a circle anymore?
What happens
We
if
we,
I
we did it wrong
drive
last
and I
time. It's
don't
supposed to
have
be
any
in
money
reverse
and I
post,
drive out?
post position.
You gotta ask the game maker. I actually don't know.
What?
What if I drive out but I don't have any money? Do I just declare bankruptcy?
We would take it from your winnings later
That's
on.
fucked. That's not
Yeah.
how the world works.
Yeah, it is. Like,
yeah, it is
no,
actually.
If you run
Let's wait till
out,
the
you,
horse-
you
guys, just
declare
gotta wait till
bankruptcy
the
and you
race
recoup
is
your
out.
assets.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm gonna bet 300 on Justify. Don't
But I
fail
just
me,
bet on
Steve.
Justified.
That is
Why are
bullshit.
you doing this to me?
I am going to bet 300 on
Justify.
But you said reverse pole position, right?
Reverse post position, which would be you,
Vino
Praveen,
Rosso.
me.
Right, yeah, yeah.
300 on Vino Rosso.
Vino
Wow.
Rosso.
That's in.
That worked out so well last game.
All right. And now it's my turn to put 300 on Boldoro.
Wow.
He's a winner.
Back to you, Alec.
Pass. I'm done.
You're done. Oh,
Only
you don't.
$200
Oh,
left.
Rip. There's 200.
What
did you do?
Oh, he spent it
no.
all on
300 on
DQs.
Magnum Moon.
All right.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't win any winnings
Yeah.
back either. Holy
Yeah.
I
shit.
won nothing and I lost
Yeah, he got
600 in
screwed.
DQs.
Yeah.
And you spent all your money on betting too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put 300 on
That's fucked up.
If
Audible.
If you're planning on buying this game, do not do any of the things that I
Yeah,
did.
like
Use play your friends. It's like a warning, a cautionary
Steve.
tale.
I will bet 300 on Bolt Doro.
Mario.
Come on, 300 in Vino Rosso too.
The bet payout odds depends on how many bets get placed.
Who's next?
It's back
Because
to
you guys
Praveen
divide it,
because
right? You guys
I will
divide it.
do
no, he passed. I'm after Praveen.
300 on Boldoro.
I am also doing 300 on. Actually, no, I'm going to do 300 on Noble Indy. This is our race.
300 on Justify.
By the way, producer, you recorded the placements in the last race, right?
300 Audible.
300 on my boy Jack.
300 on Bolt d'Oro. How much of that are you going to bank versus how much are you going to bet?
300 on Magnum Moon.
300 on Justify.
300 on Good Magic.
I also am going to put 300 on Good Magic because Alec can't afford to get DQ'd.
Well, what if I think
literally
he can.
cannot.
He literally cannot.
No, that's
All right, it's to you, Steve.
I pass.
Can,
Well, it's
can you
Steve
tell us
first.
who's
Oh, yeah.
what the
Does anyone not have bets?
Everyone has bets.
All right. Is there a horse you're looking at that you want to know?
can you just go through them really quick?
Okay, Justify at 4, Bolt Dora at 5, Good Magic at 2, Magnum Moon at 2, Audible at 2, Noble Indy at 1, Vito Rosso at 2, My Boy Jack at 1.
So you should clearly bet on Noble Indy.
No. I mean, actually.
Noble Indy did great.
Okay, I'll bet on Noble Indy.
Yeah.
300 on Noble Indy.
I am not on Bolt d'Oro,
passed?
correct?
You are on Bolt Dora.
I am. Okay.
Mario, you passed?
passed, so it's back to Ravine.
Pass.
My last 300 doubloons
Whoa.
on Audible.
Okay.
I'm just like
Uh,
gambling like Greg can't do this bad again. So
Steve,
he's like
Or
he's a champ.
Sam, other than Vino Rosso and My Boy Jack, who haven't I bet on?
Magnum Moon.
300 on Magnum Moon.
Okay.
Are you betting? Are you gonna bet more?
No,
Yes.
yeah.
Who have I not bet on?
You don't know. He could be
Good
lying
Magic,
to you.
Audible, or My Boy Jack.
Okay, I'll bet 300 on Good Magic.
Okay. Praveen, are you done?
I'm out of money.
All right. I'm gonna bet 300 on Justify.
Ooh.
Steve.
Steve's gonna
It's just the
drive
two
that
of us.
horse into the ground. Just DQ him just to shit on everyone else.
What,
Look at
who
that
else did
big
I vote
pie.
for?
Audible and My Boy Jack.
And
I'm
how
not
many
drunk
did,
enough to go
how
to
many
horse
did I do on
races.
Justify?
1.
And how many are there total?
Steve, why do you keep
5.
asking how much you did? Can you not remember your own bets?
So you are only 1/5. Jordan is 2 bits.
Of what?
Justify.
Oh yeah. You wanna bet on yourself? You want to own it all?
I'll put another 300 on Magnum Moon.
All right.
Jeff my dick.
300 on Audible.
Okay.
Steve, are you done or are you gonna keep going?
300 on Audible.
Boldoro.
300 on Bolt d'Oro.
300 on My Boy Jack.
I'm done. I pass. It's down to you, Steve.
How about
You
that?
get
Steve,
to
just
decide
go-
how much longer it takes to start
Steve,
this
just
game.
go through every horse. 300 on this.
Steve has
300
bet
on
on
this.
every horse.
Steve
Yeah.
has bet on every horse.
Okay,
That's
that's
on
it.
red and
You
black.
can't lose, Steve, unless we all get DQ'd.
I'm done. I'm done.
All right, Steve's done? Okay.
All right, done.
For you following along at home, place your bets now using
Because we're
exclamation
starting.
mark bet, the horse number, and your number of tilts.
This isn't how real horse racing works, right? You get like an odds on the horse, and then you
Yeah.
get payout
Yes.
based on
Yeah.
your odds.
Yes,
not like
but the odds do change based on how people bet. That's why it is technically not gambling to bet on horses because the odds are based on how people bet and there aren't set odds by the house. So this actually, the winning odds are you win more money, the more money goes into the system.
Well, it's
So
gambling, but it's a game of skill versus.
it's a
chance.
game. Yeah, it's a game of betting on horses that the other bettors don't think will win. Thus, you get a better payout. Basically,
Yeah, that's how
that.
gambling
So
works.
this actually reflects it really well.
It's pulling Tanya Harding on all those
Also,
motherfuckers.
Also, in
All right,
actual
let's
horse
roll.
racing, you can't bet not on your horse, right? You can't bet against your horse.
Well, I have no idea, but
Vito Rosso.
That's a
most
five.
people are not horse owners,
1, 2,
Four.
3, 4, plus
and you
1,
probably
5.
can
minus
honestly.
one for. Oh, that's in your back half.
Yeah, we
You
started
probably
now.
can.
Okay,
bet on other
have to
horses.
leave for a half hour. Planning to sign back in. Okay.
5.
Thanks, Scott. We appreciate
Thank
it.
1, 2, 3, 4, and
You should take the other row. You should
You
move
should,
one forward
absolutely.
and block the other row.
Blocking the other row is really good.
Yeah, you should do that.
Trust.
Not
Is that
with
your
this guy.
money?
No, I'm splitting up the.
Oh, okay. I was like,
purse.
holy fucking
You're
hell!
right.
I would have
Yeah.
bet
Steve.
more.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
No,
Holy
you're fine,
gosh.
Steve.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Steve's
just gonna ride.
Steve's gonna win based on that.
Hey,
first.
we're rolling a lot faster now. We roll.
2.
Wait, why would you start up there with a 2?
You can choose whatever.
All right,
Because I get 3.
Why would you start up there with a 3?
Yeah, I'll go inside. Man.
Sam, as producer,
Oh, wait,
correct
yeah,
me
I see.
if I'm wrong, but I think all the purses should be equal except the last one.
Correct.
Wait, Jordan, before you do that, roll real quick.
All right, can you just put these from farthest away from you to closest?
Just roll.
Just yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to hand these real quick.
Where's manager?
There. All right, Noble Indy's just going to ride here, coming out of the gate. You know what? No. Noble Indy's going to drive and probably DQ first.
Rip.
turn.
Please, please.
Do it.
Oh, 4 plus 3 is 7. So Noble Indy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Nice.
Man, that is screwing around.
Oh,
Get
my boy
wrecked,
Jack
Voltoro.
coming in hot with the drive.
With a huge move from Noble Indy, pulling into an early lead, but there's still a few more coming out of the gates.
So I get a 4.
Do you have any modifiers?
That's with the modifier.
Oh, okay, you have a -1 right now.
Yeah.
With drive?
Yeah. Well, I have a 0 with drive.
Oh,
And I
so you
rolled a
win
4.
exactly 4.
Yes.
I see, yeah.
Greg.
Unclear what happens if I were to disqualify myself. So
We'd pull it out of your bet winnings if you have any.
Bet.
I still
Oh, wait.
I still think you
sorry.
go bankrupt.
No, we pull it out of your owner's purse if you get any points. And if you literally just end up with 0 if you get DQ'd and you don't win anything
You have
from
nothing
points.
to lose,
I have
right?
nothing to lose. Wow, hello.
You have everything to gain. Actually, kind of.
Yeah.
No, but if you
okay.
DQ
No,
yourself,
you-
you can't win from the points.
That's like such a NA math. I love
It's
it.
too,
Yeah.
NA math. Wow. It's a little too early. Let me
Yeah.
just go regular for audible.
nice.
Oh, 6.
Still worth it.
Great.
But you
So,
could have rolled a 6 on that
-1, so
dice.
that's 5.
Yeah, it's still. So you
Um,
can still come in on the outside.
well, I'm
got plenty of
actually
room.
coming in here.
Oh, you have
1,
3
2,
patients.
3,
It's-
and I'm gonna bank 2.
Interesting.
Can you bank 2?
Yeah, he has 3 patients. Audible's a very patient horse. That's
I really
why
wanted
bet on
Audible.
him.
I think it's statistically
Yeah,
the best
last
horse.
time around,
Audible's a
I
great
was
horse.
too far back from everyone to really take advantage of his strengths. But this
Yeah,
time
you
around, I'm
didn't
good.
have a chance to bank because you were always
I
behind.
feel very
Yeah.
fucking claustrophobic.
Magnum Moon.
Oh,
Magnum Moon, heard the. Are you gonna drive?
yeah, hell yeah.
Magnum Moon is desperate to get DQ'd.
Ooh.
What's your modifier?
+1.
Nice.
7.
He
Wow.
rolled a d6 and he gets
Oh,
a
it's
I
plus
get
2
modifier.
then, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh!
Nice. The moves. The moves. Look at that.
Holy.
Calculated.
Magnum Moon bursts out of the gate, taking an early lead, but let's see what Good Magic can do. Trying to come in on the outside. What's Good Magic gonna do?
Ooh, it's gonna drive.
That's you, Greg.
It's you're Good Magic, so you have to pick a die.
I thought you were
Greg is-
pretend.
Greg
He
is
just
out of
rolled.
it.
I thought he was like, I roll my
Ah.
Yeah, so you
d6.
just roll a 6.
No.
Just
I'll just go regular here.
All right. 3.
No, you get to frantically grab
Free,
that.
free
don't you?
mulligan, quick. Oh,
Yeah.
time out, time out.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I'm going inside. 1, 2, and I'll bank 1.
Nice.
This
All right.
banking
Keep it on
thing.
the
Magnum Moon bursts out of the gate, trying to keep that early
Ooh.
lead.
Okay,
They're
Don't
just gonna
die.
jostle past the
some
whole
horses are
pack.
gonna die now.
3, so I go 5.
You have a +2? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty good.
2, 3, 4, 5.
In
Alright.
the inside.
Actually, we don't want Magnum Moon to win again.
Noble Indy's just going to ride here
Magnum Moon got second last time.
Oh, that's true.
for a 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a bank of a
Nice.
patience.
I like that.
A bank of patience. All right, time for Vino Rosso.
Noble Indy's pulling in right behind Magnum
You're
Moon,
gonna
keeping
drive.
tight to the rail, being patient,
Vino
drafting.
Rosso has to
Yes,
drive.
sir.
He's not a good horse. Like you gotta, you're being a bad horse.
Who's a bad horse? Bolton.
Who is a
Good
bad
logic.
horse?
Good
Oh, no.
logic.
You
Oh,
have
Vino
your
Rosso.
time to race. You will race in the second half, my friend.
Vino
Oh.
Rosso
+1
gets
is a
6. Oh, but
One,
how are
two,
you going to use
three,
it?
4.
You only have one patience, so you could go 5
Five
and
and patient
patience. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's probably the best.
Grab a
call.
token. We might run out of tokens. People are playing smart
Good.
this game. Bolt d'Oro.
Boldoro is not.
Is
Man, everybody's fucking
in
driving. Right?
pretty-
It's like
It's also
everybody-
pretty clustered up there.
He
Yeah.
does have
This
patience.
might not be the time to drive unless
It's the
you've got a
time
lot
to
of
be
patience.
patient now. Time to patience. 6. Holy
Wow.
shit. Holy 6.
You might as well just go on the outside.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You can only bank once. You can do 5 and bank.
Yeah.
You'd be
it's
committing to the
exactly-
second rail, but you get one of those moves back. So
Exactly the same thing with the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys blocking me out
My boy Jack.
good job.
My boy Jack.
with blocks.
All right, let's go. Let's go. My boy Jack is feeling the pressure early on. He's trying to jostle through the pack here.
Did I drive this?
No. The answer is always no.
You could.
Always
I
right.
should.
Two. Oh, you're lucky.
My boy Jack with the 2.
And that's it. Keep it up.
Justify coming in
Driving.
off a great showing in the last race.
He's driving.
To die! Wrecks everyone.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking 300 out of Steve's purse. You want to add that to the owner's stack?
I
I
fucking
do
knew
so
it.
badly.
He just died. He's
So,
dead right
how,
there.
How much was bet on Justify and by who?
man.
Everyone except for Greg bet on Justified.
Greg, who
Someone
wins?
bet the most. Though.
I bet
Finally.
twice, I think.
Finally.
Right? I bet twice.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some stuff.
Audible.
Justified expenses.
Justify's out. Good job.
Greg
all
comes
I'm
back
doing.
with the curse.
This is why you don't drive. It's too risky.
Man, gotta drive, man. Drive or
I'm
die.
I'm driving with Audible because there's no way.
There's no way it'll happen twice.
Nope.
What are the
I was
odds?
correct.
Dude, what is all
So
right?
that's a just 6 straight
Just
up,
straight
right?
up 6, and
But
then
how
I
are you
have
gonna
two.
play that?
So
Go to the inside, maybe.
It's time.
yeah,
Now I'm gonna
1,
start
2,
rolling ones
3,
with Magnum
4,
Moon. Just
5, 6,
And good magic.
7,
Nice.
and then I'm holding.
Nice. Good moves.
Good magic, just rolling regular. Rolling regular.
Got to stay safe with one of them, right?
Save one of them.
Wow.
6.
Do you have a bonus
I
right
do
now?
not.
No, but that's still good.
One,
That's
two,
exactly what you
three,
want.
4, 5, 6. Perfect.
Yeah, the 7 would have been
Perfect.
bad. Yeah.
Oh
Alright.
my boy.
All right.
Magnum Moon is,
Magnum
is
Moon
riding.
Point is in the lead by a length coming
What a
into the
cluster.
turn.
Wow.
Gets a huge burst of speed.
It's a 7.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm going to ride as well.
That's actually really shitty for me.
Why?
I wanted to hold all of those horses back so my boy Jack could
Well,
catch up.
I'll probably roll shitty just for you.
My boy, you had.
Oh, there you
Wow,
go.
I'm real glad I didn't drive. We're going to go 1. And
You have
Tank 2
plus.
patience.
I'm actually going...
You have plus 2.
I go 2 more. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, man.
Damn, I really wanted to stay here and block everyone
Yeah.
into the outer lane.
You
I mean,
can
you
still
just-
I got
Um,
patience,
could
baby.
literally
It's
not
fine.
move.
I am not going to use this patience because it makes people really not want to use the inner lane this turn. Vino Rosso. Noble Indy's holding back just a little more. Hoping for a big turn on this one to come up just short of the midway. That's my plan.
Vino Rosso has to drive again. It's like he has to.
He's not going to go. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He
because
does,
he-
though.
He
He
doesn't even
does.
have a negative.
I want
Just,
him to
just
be.
shame from the last
He
round.
has to be out of the way.
Your,
He is
your,
the one.
your game
The
plan,
turn.
your game plan as the poor man's Justify is to constantly keep that horse in your sights. So yes, you should roll that 1 so you can end up in the sights of Justify.
That's it, man.
Your game plan is to just stay right behind Justify.
All right, let's go for it.
Actually,
Win or die.
Oh, that was so close.
Oof. All right, so he moves 3. It's gonna be
Magnum Moon had a big
1,
push.
2, and 3.
You battle my
Stays there.
bet twice.
He has an extra button
Okay.
down.
You're
Okay.
still gonna win,
You're still in
Steve.
it. You're still in it.
Steve, you have.
I mean,
You're
you
the only person who
literally
has
don't
real
have to
money
win.
left. You're
Wait,
fine.
Doesn't someone win all that money?
No,
Yes,
that holds until
at the end. But it may be after this race, so
Don't-
we'll see.
But I won't win that.
Be careful now.
I know,
You
but
might.
You could have.
You
It's like now you're. It's
How do you win
now-
it?
now
You win it
now-
based on
Having the
points.
most points at the end.
But yeah,
By my
Three.
one horse
So-
winning.
Right.
Sam, if we only do
Can I do one
So like I
move
can't win.
here?
No,
Sa-
you got
No,
first,
yeah,
got
you can
fourth.
move
Yeah, you
you
could.
can move sideways
I
for
did.
one, yeah.
And I
Sam,
lost.
One.
Yeah.
And now
if
2,
we
3?
only do 2 races, we
Yeah.
should figure out how much the second race is worth.
Alright.
Decide something and
Actually, I
don't
think
tell
that
us.
was a poor choice.
Okay.
But like this, the 3-point
think
scale
should
may
be
not make
2,
sense.
3 here?
Or maybe
'Cause
it
you
does
block
make
more
sense
stuff,
to just
right?
do the first
I'm
2
like
races.
I'm worried that
as they're
'cause
pointed.
If one of these 2 horses rolls poor, then you're just
I'm gonna
stuck.
be blocked. But I still. Oh, and I have
How
one
much
extra.
space
oh,
do
wait,
you
wait.
have?
I actually have 4 moves, so
Oh, well then
I can
yeah.
move 1, 2, 3, and 4, right?
And
Yeah.
you could use your patience for another one.
Yeah, no, that.
That is the patient.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
using the patience? Okay.
Which is a
Yeah,
good.
no,
move.
that's a good move.
Yeah, let's use it now.
Probably
Okay.
the best.
Alright.
thing.
Audible.
No one is blocking me now.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright,
audible,
using
rolling
patience.
regular.
Ooh, nice. That's just
Minus
-1.
one for 4, so I'll go
You can
1,
bank
2,
two?
and I'm banking the 2.
Wow.
Oh, the
Audible
patience
being
is
real
good.
patience
Oh,
coming in.
man.
I'm charged up, baby.
All right.
Alright,
It's
good
better.
magic.
Good
It's better to
magic.
be patient than to die right
It's
away.
better to be patient than to be Steve.
Uh,
Just one roll.
Wow, nice.
5.
Oh.
Cannot bank that patience.
No.
Might as well take it.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's a really
4.
shitty spot. You
Yeah.
I can go out, right?
You
Not-
could,
not in
but
the
it's
turn.
actually costs you more than just sacrificing
Wait,
the
I thought
extra
you
move.
can't. I thought you can't switch lanes. in
You
the
can
turn.
go. You can
I
swing
can't
out.
go
You
in
just
the
can't go in at
Okay,
all
gotcha.
at any cost.
Wait.
But I think you're actually better just staying in this lane.
That's it. Wait a second, because if you move here, you're already safe.
Yeah, which means that he would basically use one move,
Yeah, that's a negative
but it would
1.
add 2, whereas he could just stay
It's a
where he
negative one.
is
It's a
and
negative,
actually
yeah.
be +1.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm driving with my boy Jack.
It sucks, but-
I'm doing it.
You're
I'm
gonna
doing
do it?
I'm
Alright.
doing it,
Are you
and I'm
gonna
spending.
Are you gonna spend your patience?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
to
that way
get
you
out
can
here
still-
Okay.
because I don't want to get caught up in all
I
this.
guess
Fair
that
enough.
makes sense if you want to keep the patience.
Yep.
Or if you want to keep your capacity up.
Yeah.
Alright,
Magnum
I'm
Moon.
driving with my boy Jack.
Don't have
Oh,
any,
yeah.
any more patience here. Mulligan?
Mulligan.
I'm not mulliganing.
you spend
Mulligan
it.
roll, mulligan roll.
You spend it.
I wasn't
Mulligan
mulliganing
roll.
If it's out of the table, it's
Yeah.
Just
it doesn't
re-roll it.
count,
Try to
yeah.
keep it on the board.
it. I
Yeah.
don't like hitting things with my roll. It makes me feel bad.
Oh.
That's my mulligan.
No.
No!
Okay, no.
Sorry.
Get wrecked!
Rip!
Get
We
wrecked!
never say that.
He rolled 2
When we say the
ones.
table, we mean
Yeah.
this table.
No, we mean the
Like-
board.
The board.
He rolled every single die out there, and now he's like, no, here is not valid. Like,
Yeah.
Pay it up.
it's gotta be here.
Alright.
Oh, it's me again. I'm gonna drive again. It can't
You can
happen
pay?
again.
You can
No,
no, I don't
you
have
have the
any
lead.
money.
Why
Oh,
would you
thanks.
drive?
It can because
Do
it
it.
cannot happen
I'm
again.
It's
driving.
not worth
It
it.
can't
Is it
happen
statistically
again.
statistically
What are the
impossible?
odds? Think about it.
Just
Yeah,
roll
but-
2 ones
You
in
just
a row.
roll
Exactly.
zero.
Couldn't roll 3.
See, I
Yeah.
told you.
Obvious.
There's
What
no
are the
way.
odds of rolling 3 once in a row?
So that's
The odds are
It's
exactly
1-6.
yeah. The odds are exactly the same.
That's exactly how it works.
All right.
Just think about it, dude. What is the odds? It can't happen again.
Noble Indy's gonna ride. 4 plus 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh man.
Not going to use the patience.
No, you wanna
This
stay.
is my last good turn.
It's impossible to be slow when you want to
Alright.
be slow. You're like, I'm gonna hold all these motherfuckers up.
Right?
see.
No, I had a good plan, but I'm just too fast.
Rolling it up.
I just wanna block them and I can't.
1, 2.
No
In
bonus.
this case, I think it would have been better to stay behind him.
Alright.
If you're gonna roll too.
Bolt
Sorry.
Zoro.
If I was,
Dodoro.
but I didn't know.
Just patiently
Drive,
moving straight.
drive.
He's driving forward with a 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, Vino Rosso.
Nothing. Vino Rosso, Vino Rosso likes to take risks.
Oh man,
Not this time.
not this time.
5.
Good choice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Vino Rosso comes out of the turn
Audible.
in 3rd place. But we'll
Oh,
see.
wait,
if
wait,
Audible
Moon
can-
again.
Wait a second.
Oh, you have
I'm
a
actually-
patience.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna move one. I already have a patience.
Yeah,
so-
you already have a patience, but you could spend that patience to
That's
to
probably
get
the
yourself
best move,
closer to the back half. Because
So I can
actually,
still-
no, you're better off banking it.
So I wanna.
But you can't
be
bank again.
As blocky as
That's what I
possible.
meant,
1, 2,
saving it.
3, 4, 5, 6. I will only block these. But
Yeah.
I may block the 6.
No, you're not gonna block.
No,
Yeah,
so
you-
then
You're
I'm
blocking
gonna.
yourself.
Yeah, you're better off moving up one, I think.
Yeah, just
It's not really going to affect
Roll
Audible.
regular.
No way I can use the
Yeah,
expansion.
definitely not going to affect Audible
So
at a
just
-1.
Uh,
Audible's slow to get started, but has 3
I'm
patience.
spending them all.
Coming
1,
around,
2, 3.
getting ahead of
Alright,
Bolt
I'm
Oro.
rolling
I'm
regular.
almost
with
Audible's
Magnum Moon.
patience pays off if they draft off of Noble Indy and Vino Rosso, come around into 4th place, head by a head.
So I get 5.
Magnum Moon.
Doing
Holy
real
fuck.
well.
There you go. Next person.
Noble Indy is going to possibly disqualify themselves.
Oh my god. Get ready to.
Oh!
Damn.
The other 6
Rigged.
plus
8.
No, that's 9 plus 1 is 10.
Damn.
10, please. Well, I might.
Watch you
Let's see.
run
1,
for
2,
me.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna keep the patience.
Your impatience.
Noble Indy surges down the stretch right behind
That's exactly what happened
Magnum.
last time, too. No, I'm not giving you a high five.
Woo!
Alright.
Where's Bible Trump when you need it?
Yeah.
Vino
Alright,
Rosso.
Vino Rosso.
What the hell, Steve?
Vino.
That's you.
Let's go.
Vino Rosso likes to drive to stay ahead, but
Oh, did we close betting?
6.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he
We've all
has-
got the best possible
Nice.
rolls on our cross in the
Yeah.
backcountry here.
Right when we needed it.
Audible?
Audible, on the other hand, is like, I better roll a 6 so I can get across the freaking back half.
Well, that's. Yeah. Well,
That'd
I
be
don't
real
think
nice.
it
I
went
want all
this
the
time
horses to
around,
win.
so
Ah,
just
damn.
2 there.
Oh no. Poor Audible.
Poor
It's all right.
I mean, Audible's not in last place.
I bet on all 3 of those
Voltoro.
horses in the back.
Wow.
Wait, does the 4th place win anything? Money?
4th place gets points, which affect their placement.
Yep.
Nice. And good magic. Unless you want to drive. You are in the 3rd track.
Yeah, I will.
Ah, I should have drive.
Good magic is going to drive. Woo!
Hello.
For
That's what I
7.
like to see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's a good move. Good magic comes out of the turn and pulls up right alongside Boldoro, but Magnum Moon is trying to keep a lead over Noble Indy, who is starting to look tired.
Wait, are you -1?
Yeah.
I'm -2, dude. I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna ride.
Ride or die.
It's not worth trying to beat Magnum Moon. I just want to beat Vino Rosso. Which is
Vino
gonna be
Rosso.
tough when I barely move. No.
He doesn't move.
I'm at -2.
Use your patience.
You can use it now. Will be probably a good time to block it.
Probably would be.
it doesn't
No,
matter
I think
time.
I
You wanna
save it
hold
because
him,
it
yeah.
blocks even more. Yeah, I'm gonna
It
save it.
blocks- Oh yeah,
Vino
there's
Rosso
another
is trying to
chance.
come up behind
Actually,
Noble
yes.
Indy, who once again is flagging around the 3rd
Dude, someone in chat
turns.
said it. They were like, Magnum Moon is a workhorse.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, Noble
That's
Indy.
it. Just like before.
Also, Vino
Oh.
Rosso and
Why
Noble
did
Indy
I
are looking
drive?
tired.
Just like
I
before.
wouldn't be winning right now.
You
Every
would
single
be.
time
That's why
he
I
gets
bet on
there.
you. I
Are
bet
you
double on
betting
you.
that?
Good.
He just like -1,
Oh, I see.
+1. Yeah.
Steve, why you
It's
gotta do
just
me like
exactly
this?
what happened before. He gets on the second half and just gets totally stuck.
Alright, Bolt.
Not the same for Bolt. Boldoro normally has a little more steam, so 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
Not gonna be patient.
All right, good
No,
magic.
All right, good magic.
Good magic, just rolling regular.
4. Staying on the outer track. Hey.
All right, Audible.
Audible.
What you got?
Audible.
I'm just gonna go for it. Oh! Shouldn't have done it. Audible gets disqualified as they jostle the nothingness at the back of the
He
pack.
goes to the pile of dead horses.
Magnum Moon is seeing the finish line and is turning on the burners in a huge way. Noble
there.
Indy trying to stay in it just for a
Time to
second.
push. It's time to
Noble
drive.
Indy would be happy to place here. Noble Indy's gonna go 1, 2, and they're gonna be patient as the pack catches
Still?
up.
Why not use it now?
No, there's no reason for me to use it till I clear the curve because I
Vino
might block
Rosso.
someone.
Vino Rosso is gonna go slow.
Oh, I guess
too.
they can't move over it.
Yeah,
4, 4.
exactly.
-1, 1,
See
2,
now,
3, 4.
Vino Rosso's also
-1 is
helping in the
3.
same way. Now
Bolt
Vino
to
Rosso
Oro?
just blocked Bolt to Oro.
I'm just blocking myself now.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
that's how it
I would
goes.
stick it. Do you have any patience on this?
He
guy?
could save a patience
I
on
would
Vino
stay
Rosso.
there and hold the patience.
You're right. I'll hold the patience. You're right. Yeah, in this case.
Bolt to
it's
Oro
very clear.
is
And Boldor is now.
in
or never.
collusion with Vino Rosso.
He's now never.
They're
my
tag
friend.
teaming him.
They're colluding with Russia.
Oh, you're
Drive.
driving. Why?
Drive or
Why?
die. Drive or die.
Illusion.
Because that's his strategy. Once he passes half, he's like, fuck it.
Races are which
drive or
time?
die. It worked, but it worked last time. You know, it has to work this time too.
6.
7.
6. 1,
No, 6.
The 6. Yeah.
2,
3, 4.
3, 4, 5, and
6.
6.
Wait,
And
you
now
don't want
it's
to do that.
Following
I would
you.
stay in the outer row so he can't shit on you with his lack
I'm
of
gonna
movement.
shit on ya!
It's 2 more moves, man. Like he.
Oh, I guess you can move out. I keep forgetting.
yeah,
you
he
can
can
move
move
out.
out.
Two moves per half. Or
Yeah.
Per entire
Yeah.
thing. So he's already
He can
got
wait.
past
He
halfway.
can wait and see what I do.
No, I keep forgetting that you can
Yeah.
move out on the.
I mean,
turn.
Good
but,
magic.
You can't move
but you're
on.
right. If I didn't move in, then I would
Oh,
be.
yeah.
Because this was 2, right? So
Yeah.
it was a 6. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait.
Yeah, it's actually.
I would be here.
Wait,
'Cause
no,
This
you
was
only got
2
to go
moves,
6.
right?
No, you would be right here.
What is happening?
You're
Yeah,
just
you'd
better
be
so
right
you
there.
don't have the
You're
possibility
better
of
off
blocking.
staying where
It's,
you
it's
are.
much
Yes,
better.
it's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
the same.
There is no.
The only problem is now. Oh, I guess this moves first, anyways.
Yeah,
Yes.
because this is so slow. Like
Yes.
I thought that I would be here already, but no,
It's getting
this is so
late.
slow. That
Oh!
Why?
Marvel gets disqualified again.
Greg, why?
Good magic.
I
Good
keep
magic.
waiting on you. I said.
Vito Rosso
I literally
guaranteed to
said
finish
he
with some
can't do it
points.
again. There's no chance.
Noble Indy's
Vito
gonna
Rosso
ride.
is winning.
Noble,
Oh my God,
Oh,
Vito
sorry,
Rosso.
Magnum Moon. Magnum Moon is almost at the finish, but minus
Oh,
1,
not
right?
yet.
Yeah, just the one.
Oh yeah, shit.
Man, it's time to
Drive,
drive. It's time to
drive.
It's time to drive. It's now or never, my friend.
Yeah, you
Fuck
gotta
it.
go. You gotta go, man.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna fail, but I might as well.
my
Noble
God.
Indy's gonna try and drive out
No,
of this
believe me,
turn.
it's your chance forever. Ooh.
Minus 1, so that's a 1.
And you still want to keep
but
your
Noble
point.
Indy's Noble Indy's gonna patience 1 more.
Yeah, it's the same. You're blocking
1, 2,
anyway.
3,
so.
4. 1, 2. Yeah, it's the same amount of moves.
All right, Boldor. Wait, you should not do that with any of them. You should definitely not drive
No,
with any of
I
them.
mean,
You-
a win is a win, dude. Like,
You'll
Because
play
you get
with
more
ev-
points.
Yeah, you'll get points off of Vito Rosso.
see,
Wow.
I should have done it.
Yeah. No, you didn't need to though.
So actually get a +1 still, so it's
Yeah.
7. 1, 2, and I was like, oh, is he still here?
Yeah.
Yep.
3.
3.
Fuck you, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Noble Indy's
again.
just like whatever.
All right, Vino Rosso.
Noble Indy's gonna be happy to show.
Rosso, you don't worry, just keep it quiet, keep it cool, man. 1 and 2, it's fine.
If you beat me again, I'm gonna be so
Doing
tilted.
great. You're doing great.
If we finish this fast, we
You
might
can-
have time to do the third race.
Okay, you did it. 2, 3, and 4.
No, because you get to roll, so
All
you
right.
might be able to
Bolt
pass me
Oro.
up.
If Boltoro rolls a 6 or drives
It's time to
with a
drive.
5,
It would be
Alright.
so great to drive right now.
No, don't do it. That's
Do it.
awful.
do it. Do it.
I
Do
mean,
it. No,
you know, like it's
that
all
is the only way you could get first place.
Wait, what?
You don't
Unless
want to
you
get
roll a
first
6.
place.
Bolt
though.
Oro?
You get
Do
more
it.
total
Do
points.
it.
Qualify.
Do it. No,
Do it.
6 is
Don't
pretty
do
good.
it.
Definitely don't do
Go
it.
for it.
Do it.
Go
Do
for it.
Fuck
Go.
it.
Don't
No.
worry.
No,
Go.
listen.
Go. Go.
It's
Even
not
if you
even
disqualify
Go.
yourself, Vito Rosso then still shows.
Yeah, but you get way more points
know,
this way.
man,
It
it's like-
doesn't
You
make
should
any
do it.
sense.
You should definitely do it. No, wait. You don't. Drive. Drive. What are you doing?
You should definitely not drive.
I'm boring, dude. Like 1, 2, and +1, 3. That's it, dude. Like I wouldn't have done it anyway.
Noble Indy.
Fucking
It's too
champion.
crazy. Champion, that's it.
Fuck it. Nope. I honestly don't care.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Steven's just like,
Whoa!
Hey! I get to go
He's in the
too.
pit with me.
A whole
Okay,
2.
man, that was
Actu-
fucking
yeah.
risky. That's fucking crazy.
All right, Vino
Drive,
Rosso.
drive.
Let's see if I
Drive.
Vino Rosso is
Drive.
gonna do it.
Mara, the
No.
reason I did it is
No,
because
no.
if I rolled a
Next
6, I could actually try
One.
it.
I'm taking it.
One.
Thanks.
Yeah,
One.
I totally
One.
meant not to drop, but I should take that
One.
4.
Vito Rosso is faster than Noble
You
Indy
definitely
right
should
now.
have taken that.
I should have taken that.
You have a
Hey,
patience.
it's you
by the
again.
way.
And +1 patience. Ah, yes.
It's you again, by the way.
Yeah, Bolt.
All right.
Don't roll a 0.
Cross the line, my friend.
Okay, barely.
1, 2 +1, 3.
I could still do it. No, I
Damn
couldn't.
it, I
Give me
didn't
the
want
ride
that.
die.
Drive time.
All I have to do is beat Vito Rosso.
Jordan, I
Which
thought you were going for the drive.
I had one chance and I rolled a 2.
You've
or
only got
whatever.
one
But
shot.
how often can it
One
happen
opportunity. -2, so just
Good.
2.
Again? All right, Vino
Noble Indy's
Rosso.
looking real tired coming into the final stretch, trying to
You're
stay ahead of
driving.
Vito Rosso.
Woof. 4.
Vito
1,
Rosso
2,
comes
3,
up right
4.
behind Noble Indy, who's ahead by 2 lengths.
-1, right?
Yeah.
No,
Who do I
you know,
push
because
away?
he drove.
Oh yeah.
Hand me the
But now
ride
I have
die.
a chance in life.
Hand me the ride die.
You want me to?
I just want to push a little more.
You have an advantage over me, I think, statistically.
Probably Vino Rosso.
But you are. In
Unless
the
I get that.
No, you need no win.
That's it. then
One,
now-
2, 3,
Because
4.
Second place wins.
I-
third
You
place
cannot
Cannot
beat me.
beat him.
And
No, I
if you
can-
drive,
I
you can
once
force
I
a
will
photo
do that.
finish,
And he needs to win?
but it's actually not worth it.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Stay alive, my friend.
Noble Indy
Oh,
shows,
thank God.
and Vino Rosso just keeps rolling forever
Oh,
until
actually,
they.
it doesn't matter.
All right, so producer,
Alright.
the final positions are Magnum Moon
What a
win,
race.
Bolt d'Oro place, Noble Indy show, and Vino Rosso in fourth for points.
Sorry. What was it? Third place?
Third place was Noble Indy,
Okay.
who
Just a
managed to
fine
get
guy.
points 2 rounds in a row. Magnum Moon is a stalwart, correct?
Man, I
Yes.
got 2 horses.
Sadly, the people who bet on Noble Indy get nothing because Magnum Moon is not a favorite.
Oh.
But the people who bet on Magnum Moon are going to clean.
Did I bet on Magnum?
Ah.
Moon?
It's probably me and Jordan.
You did.
Oh, thank God.
I know I did at least once, but I think you probably did it twice.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, you did. You
Fuck
did.
you, Steve.
All right,
So this
so
should be 2,200.
Get off my
wait,
horse's
you're
dick.
adding together 3 piles.
Oh, 3 piles.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So it should be 66.
My boy Jack.
Well, I have lost all my money and have
Wait, are you
mathematically
leaving?
eliminated
You
for the
lose everything
victory.
and leave? Take your half-eaten cookie with you.
I will.
Okay.
Are you
That's-
leaving? You don't want to see me?
6,600.
That's your punishment
Right,
for
right.
not eating the
8:30?
cookie. You're not gonna cash
I think
out.
you'll
Doing the
six.
third-
So-
doing the third race?
I mean, we can if we start it
I
now.
want to head
but
home. would
I think
rather
we should
call
probably
it.
just do points and call it here.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
you said divided by 4, so
Divide it by half and give that to me, and then you guys divide those.
wait, yeah. Who are the fourths going to?
2 to Steve.
2 to Steve, 1 for me, 1 to you.
Okay, so 3,300 for
Really
you.
can? Oh,
I just want to see my fucking points off my horses winning.
Well, so here's the thing. You and Mario are tied with points
Yes.
at 7, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Also, Praveen has to pay 300 of his winnings for getting DQ'd.
Oh, you don't have any winnings.
I still think that I should have been able to declare bankruptcy and recoup earnings after that point.
Like
Here's
Trump.
your 1,600.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
Okay, so
Exactly
now-
like Trump.
now- see ya.
This was so fun. I love
Drop
this
your
game.
300.
Everybody say goodbye to Alec.
Bye, Alec.
Bye,
I'm just gonna
Greg.
add this to the owner's pool at this point since there's no betting left.
You dropping your 300 in?
Hell no.
Yeah,
I'm
you
declaring bankruptcy.
Yes, strawberry 300 in.
You're getting some of it.
Who
back.
bet on Bolt d'Oro? And
Fucking everyone.
Everyone bet on Bolt d'Oro. There were 7 bets placed on Bolt d'Oro.
What are the ratios?
Sorry, there were 6 bets placed on
Do you have
Bolt d'Oro.
2,000? Is what it should be?
2,100.
2,100. Okay. Well, then that extra one that I did earlier was wrong. Okay. So, who? You said there were 7 bets, so that's easy.
There were 6 bets.
Oh,
There were
damn it.
6 bets.
Okay. So 21.
Jordan, you were 2.
I was 2. So, but it's
And
21
everyone
divided by
else bet
6, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 300 to everyone, and then there's 400 left over. But
No, it's 350. I mean, yeah.
I'm just gonna
100.
count it out because it's a small number.
My boy Jack is trash, man.
Well, he's in
Well,
the
Yeah,
long
400
shots.
left over. So I got 2 of them, right?
Yep.
And then
The funny
everyone
thing
else
is, I
got
actually
one.
think he's a pretty good horse. I just rolled like
So basically,
shit on him.
literally, so many people bet on Bolt d'Oro that you just got your bets back. All of us just got our bets back, and then the 400 extra got collected by the racetrack. Oh, and then
Oh,
here's the
good
300 that
Yeah.
Alec owed. He got 300 back for one of his DQs. All right, so
All
now I need to deal this out really quick.
Wait, so how do we do the winnings at the end?
Well, so it's gonna be 3-2-1, 3-2-1, 3-2-1. The question is, I don't know what happens when 2 people tie.
I
So
think
I'll
that-
read- I'll read-
I
I'll
think
read-
they split the top 2, but definitely read it to be sure.
I got so much cash.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Steve won, but the owners
I did that.
actually the owner's purse may actually
No, the
knock
owners-
Steve out. Yeah.
Which is dumb.
No, but
No.
Steve's
Not
fine.
dumb.
Because
You-
Steve's
your
so weak.
horse won. That's important. You could have placed, and then you would have changed everything if you had taken one of those first 2 spots.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you had
definitely.
shit
Oh,
compared.
actually, technically, Praveen wins.
Fuck yeah.
Because why?
Wait, no, hold on.
It just
yeah.
said in the
Why
rules
would
like
you do it like
Praveen.
that? Why?
It said-
If your name is Praveen, you
Okay,
win.
no.
Yeah.
the way the rules are written for 3 rounds, the first 2 rounds are the same point value. The third round is extra point value.
So I win.
So the
that's what you're
the
saying.
last race has more points.
Got it. So you're basically
yeah.
saying that if this was the third race, then Praveen would have gotten more points.
Yes.
But it's not the last.
It is.
It's second. We decided to cut the game in half, not to make up
Yeah,
a
if
third
you
round.
want them to split the pot, then
Hell no.
It's not fair.
I-
Splitting our pot.
I think it's fine to have them split just because it may have changed people's strategies to know that we were only doing 2.
I want to know what the exact word was. Was it the last round or the third
It is.
round?
It is the third round.
Says
Fuck.
third. Yes.
It's meant
on
to
the
be
rule.
a-
Basically,
I
whoever
got it in
gets
the
first
rules.
place wins the whole game.
You were looking for that.
I know. I was checking.
no. Hold on. No, Praveen does win.
Yes.
What? What does he
It
say?
does say win 4 points, place 3. It's the rows are
Oh, so
different,
the second race
second
was
one
worth
is
more.
horse.
That's what I thought.
Win is 5 points.
All right, Praveen.
Or
Who got third place? Was it Steve or was it me?
Oh,
it was you.
feels
Yes!
good, man.
Haha!
Big pile.
My
I see
show
the difference.
Look, this was
comes
my
out
money.
with some money.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
let's measure.
So
up
everybody
bits.
count. Everybody count how much money you have
You
here
don't need
to
to count,
finish
Just
just
put it
out.
on the table.
I
on
might
the
have
table.
caught Steve.
Let's just put it on the table.
And see who has the biggest pile. Ooh.
No, that's you got to count that. That's too close.
No,
Count
mine's
it.
smaller.
It is the
No,
same.
no, between the two
Yeah, we
of
gotta
them,
count our
they
two.
need to count.
I lost.
I want to count to see
Yeah.
if I beat Steve.
But how do I know he's counting? Like we need to count 3 times.
I'll put them in stacks of 5.
5,
Hey, someone does get paid off from Niagara Moon.
10.
I don't know who it is. I think Mr. Draco got paid
The
off.
real winner here is Mr. Draco.
God damn it! There's too many. I have too much money.
Yeah.
I'm putting them in stacks of 10. Screw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
That was my biggest complaint about this game when we played it.
There just needs to be change, so that you can handle them easier. That's all. It needs to be like Monopoly.
Or just make 300 bills, cause. Or 500 bills, but you can only use 500 to bet. And 7. I think that's the most important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6,700.
7 as well.
Whoa! So
You
it,
both had exactly
it was
6,700.
yeah, the 2 piles
So
were
it's
identical.
actually a tie,
Damn.
and Mario would have won if the points had been worth the same for each race.
What did you?
I still think I should have been able to declare bankruptcy. I think this is
4,500.
fucked.
Bankruptcy is key.
I should have been able to declare
Whoa!
bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I thought.
5,700.
Yeah.
Okay, by American rules, I won.
No. No. So
Just
we
like
have
Trump, I should have been able to start with a
we have
small
a
loan
tie
of $1
between
million.
Praveen and Mario. I come in
Declare
fourth.
bankruptcy.
That's how you do it.
Clearly, I should have.
So you know what? You want to know what the sad part is? If Steve had just beaten Noble Indy at the end, he would have won.
Right, because
That
you
was
bet so
it.
much on Justify.
At the very end, yeah.
Well, no, not even
Oh.
in the bet.
If I just
Oh,
got
just
a pile
For
of
the extra
money,
points.
I would have
You
won.
had 3 points. He had
Oh,
2.
right.
Damn,
yeah,
well
you're right.
played,
You would have
Mario.
gotten my
Well
points,
played,
and then you would have won.
To the
So
dollar.
literally, all you had to do was
Holy
write
shit.
out, and you would have been fine.
I will say,
Oh, you
okay,
67 and 67.
let's do a
You know
quick
what? Let's
review.
give props to Magna Moon for coming in tied for first place,
Oh wait,
being a poor stalwart,
Yeah.
not even a favorite.
let's
The little horse that could.
let's talk about
That's actually
Magnum Moon
kind of
for a quick second.
Well,
Okay,
what
but
about
let's,
these guys?
Let's,
These guys
let's
just
do an
never.
abbreviated like.
Yeah, we'll do that
review.
after. So, game plan for Magnum Moon has speed and should be positioned just behind Noble Indy around the first turn. Always way ahead. The
Where can
key,
we- hold
the
on.
key to his race will be whether he can get out in front of Justify. Easy. If so, then with a little luck and maybe a little risk taking, Magnum Moon will cash tickets. Now, Magnum Moon is a bay colt by Malibu Moon. Has won all 4 races that he's run. This undefeated Colts win in the Arkansas Derby handed him the #1 spot on the Kentucky Derby leaderboard. As the winner of the Rebel Stakes earlier at the same track, he's taking the same path to the Kentucky Derby that the legendary Smarty Jones took.
So these are the real horses that are racing
yes,
this weekend.
these are the real horses that are
Okay.
racing this weekend.
have to
According
bet
to
now.
this stream, Magnum Moon.
Everyone go bet on Magnum Moon. Ringing
Can we
10.
bet? Is it legal to bet on horses?
Yeah, it's not gambling.
It's not gambling. That's what I was trying to explain earlier.
In some states it would be.
No.
In Kentucky, it's not for sure.
I know, but like, could I put a bet online?
Probably.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
And it's
So,
legal?
ringing 10.
It depends on
Thi-
because it's not dependent on where you are. It's dependent on where like the gambling is located.
Not all the time. I used to play on Daily Fantasy Sports. It was like where you're located when you make the bet. Sorry.
Ringing 10,
Were you good
can't.
at daily fantasy sports? Curious.
I mean,
I'm just gonna sit here till you.
Jordan,
guys are
now
done.
you know how I feel.
Says the person who was complaining the whole stream about not talking over people. All right, ringing 10. You guys can't hear us? I hope you can hear us. I'm gonna talk as if you can hear us. Maybe it's
Producer.
on your end. Ringing 10. You can't. I'm just gonna say ringing 10 like 3 more times. Ringing 10. Ringing 10.
Ringing
Ringing
10.
10. You can't pick this game up yet. Producer, can you check because Battleborn says they can't hear us. I'm not sure if it's on our end or their end. You can't pick this game up yet.
Producer, check.
However, it is going to be on Kickstarter later this year, and if you type !High Roller in chat right now, you can get a link to their website where you can find out information and join their mailing list.
If I hadn't killed myself twice on My Boy Jack.
Okay,
Yes,
I demand though
you
that
would've
we
won.
play
Audio
this.
is working.
I demand that when this game launches on Kickstarter, we play this again.
Great.
You say that about
we can play
literally
with the
every game
we can
we
play
play.
with different horses.
We don't do it.
We can play with the legendary horses instead of the Kentucky Derby horses.
You're saying
Ooh,
Magnum Moon is the
legendary.
legendary,
The legendary
horse?
horses have they're different stats, and we have. In fact, can you hand me that plastic case, Praveen?
Yes, sir.
Legendary horses.
So we have a whole nother set of 8 horses here.
Shit.
These are the 8 horses the game comes with, not the
The special ones.
not this. Yeah, not those. So we have Man of War, Zenyatta,
Dude, Zenyatta, all my money on that.
Citation,
Salutation.
Citation, American Pharaoh, Seattle Slew, Spectacular Bid, Native Dancer, and what is perhaps the most famous horse of all, Secretariat.
Yeah.
I just want to tell all the viewers, as a Zenyatta one trick, bet all your money on Zenyatta.
Yeah. So
He will carry you till the end.
those are the horses that the game will ship with. But one of the things that they state on their website is that once this game launches, if you want to, you'll be able to acquire that year's Kentucky Derby horses as like basically expansions with new stats and new horse pieces and
Oh,
stuff
man.
like that.
I feel like the legendary horses should have like special things like you can mulligan once or something like that.
Right? No, they just have a different set of stats is all.
Yeah,
it's
Legacy
similar
style,
to
like
But
you
then
can buy
you got, like-
upgrades with your gambling
like
winnings.
you
they
could
have, like, a star,
actually
like
you
the
could actually
legendary
probably
star.
mix and
New
match.
saddles.
You could probably use these horses alongside these horses.
They're
Oregon
balanced,
Trail
right?
style, steroid-induced feed, like.
So let's talk about this game. First of all, let's just quickly acknowledge that this is a prototype, so it is not final production quality.
Does
But
not
I
feel like a prototype.
I
It's
do
so
want to
good.
talk
It's
about the
not
component quality. Scott did an amazing job.
Yeah.
This money
I don't even know how
is
do you
like
make that.
just really nice, thick paper that
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
nice to handle. It's in color.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and give a close up.
Which is
Producer's
super
gonna
important to
probably
count
yell
it.
at me for this.
David Jordan. It's fine.
But it looks really nice.
Make it pretty close there. And it's also like you can hear the. When you have to count 67
Right.
hundredths, it's important that the quality is good.
Yeah, another thing I want to point out is that the horses themselves are different colors based on what kind of horse the real horse is. So you'll have like darker or lighter, like My Boy Jack is really dark, right? So you have a bunch of different colors that actually match what the real horse looks like.
And I like the tokens. They're even better than actual figures.
The patient tokens
Very
are
nice.
like
So
nice, custom, like poker chip style things. The board itself looks really, really nice in terms of the layout. And it actually, if you look online, you can see that the pictures that they have online on their website have a lot of UX improvements to the board. Like there's it says turn along this inner white stripe where the turn spaces are, so you can easily tell what the turn is and different things like that. I think the owner's title cards are a really nice touch. So you can like be like, this is my horse.
The back side is so good. The certificate, title car.
The daily racing forums we'll talk about more when we talk about thematic, but it is cool to like have something in this format. It's well laid out. It's got a lot of color on it. It looks like something you might get at a racetrack. And then these tote boards have like stats and stuff where if you're not doing a spreadsheet like we were doing, you actually write down who the jockey was and who did the betting and all of that. All right, so let's talk about learning curve. How hard was this game to learn?
The most difficult game I've ever played, really.
No, it was just. I feel like, no offense, that the way it's explained was like much more difficult than reading.
Because
Okay,
you
I
kept
had-
asking questions every 5
I
seconds.
had real difficulty with Steve continuously asking the question I had previously asked, like
Yes.
10 seconds later.
Yes.
That was my complaint too.
Yeah.
This is actually really easy to explain if you just let someone explain it.
Yes.
The problem is like you're like, hey, what's this number? And then like,
Yeah.
didn't say that.
No, everyone was
no,
trying
not
to.
just you.
Yeah.
Like people will do it because there's a lot of stuff to look
Everyone
at.
was trying to read ahead and trying to figure out what like speed, stamina, and patience were, and like it is literally buy a horse, draw the horse positions, bet on the horses, roll and move. That is like 90% of the game.
I will say this, like that it says speed, stamina, and then here it's like ride and drive.
Yeah,
I wish those were the same.
No,
what?
speed and stamina is actually front and back. So yes.
No,
Oh,
no.
I see.
But
like,
like,
yeah,
it should have said front
Yes.
and back.
So that's what I meant.
Front
Yeah,
and
it should
back
say
would help, yeah.
That I understand why this says speed and stamina because they're like horse stats, and this says front and back because it's like position. For the final game, Scott, I would definitely recommend thinking about how you could present that in a way such that either they are used the same term or you indicate speed and stamina on the card in addition to front and back to make it obvious the correlation there.
Still, that wasn't the
Because
hardest part for me.
Praveen kept trolling himself by trying to look at this card instead of just looking at his
Yeah.
card that had the 4 numbers he had to care about.
Well, actually, the one thing I thought was like difficult is ride and drive. Like I just thought those are unnecessary. Like in my mind, drive is just +1, so I didn't need
Yeah.
to see both of them. I kept like, there's like too many squares now. I'm like,
I
going through all
think
of them.
I do agree that you could probably just have a card that says
Drive +1.
that just no. You could have a card that just says speed, stamina, and front and back with the numbers underneath to tie them together, and then just say in the rules the white die is ride, which is just use the speed or stamina stat, and the green die is +1. And you wouldn't actually need the ride or drive here. However, like thematically, I like the fact that it says on here track section front back and then jockey style ride or drive. So it's like it's thematically nice, but I think it could be improved. in
Also,
No,
terms
I
of
have no
understanding.
problem with front and back. I just like when
Right,
it's
the
just
right-
+1 for
yes.
both of them. If that was different,
Yes. It took
then-
me halfway through the first game to realize that it was always +1 and that there weren't like, other
I
variations.
think for people like, especially like new board gamers, like that translation piece is like just an extra thing that you have to try to explain.
Steve has real life buffering issues. He hears things on a 10-second
I think that
delay.
could be an interesting crease, though.
Cheese
I don't
with
know,
Steve.
like, because if we're talking about like historical horses, there were jockeys that were better or worse. Like, it could be interesting to have ride or drive be different.
So have like some horses that really benefit from drive, so they take a lot of risk, but they got a lot of benefit out of it, rather than it being the same +1 for
Yes,
everyone.
yeah.
And
That
I
could
think
be
that was the
interesting.
idea, but maybe later balancing the game, found out that it's very
Yeah,
hard to balance
yeah,
that.
it could
or-
be. Yeah, that's the first thing I think of is like maybe that's really hard to balance. Okay, so strategy. I think that the main strategy in this game is twofold. It is one, figuring out who to bet on in order to maximize your return. Betting on too many horses means that you have to make a lot more
Yeah.
from your winnings because you lose it. As Steve found out, and as I found out, because we both spread our bets out more than other
But
people.
I did the right thing, I think, spreading all my bets out.
Because you were already ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think though that is an interesting point.
but
to
it
bring
may
up
have
because
cost you.
I think I bet too much on the first round. I didn't have enough to spend on the second.
Yeah.
round.
The second strategy is just lane positioning as you're moving, I think is the big thing. Is figuring out where you want to be coming up to the turn and when you should bank things on patience. I think the rest of the game just kind of plays itself out very easily. Those are the two main things that you think about. This is not a
When to use your mulligan is definitely
Yeah.
something to keep in mind.
this is not
Very
a
good strategy.
this is not a deep in-depth game.
No,
I think
but
this
it's
is
like it's thematically right.
Right.
I think it's
Yeah.
thematically correct.
one like some people might look at this and be like, oh well, there's a lot of RNG, and if you really hate RNG, well then that's a thing you have to go in knowing. But for me, watching horse races and betting on horses is RNG, right? It's like there might be a horse that looks really good going into the race, but you have no idea how that one race is going to go out.
Also, like RNG is to me is like actually balances this game, right? Because
Yeah.
one, you don't have to only bet on your horse.
Right.
You could win that. Like
Yeah.
Steve was really upset after round one, but he came out ahead of everyone else.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
And he started in last
Yeah,
position.
you were upset.
Right?
You were upset about your post position, but the two horses with the last post position finished second and fourth, I think,
No.
in the first
Third
race.
and fourth.
Third and fourth. You were third.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
third
actually,
and
no,
fourth.
no, you're right. Second
Justify
and
was
fourth, 'cause
second, yeah.
the blue one was.
Blue-
No, Justify was
Second
third.
Justify was third in the first race? Okay. Either way, point is, they went from very last to actually getting points placement. So you have to realize that you can't just bet on post position. Post position is like a very, very minor
Well,
advantage.
see, that's the thing is, I thought that it would be a lot bigger because I thought they would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 behind them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I thought that ordering would really affect the way
Yeah.
it was going to go, rather
It
than
just depends
like,
on how you roll that
choose
first
where you
turn.
want to go.
Yeah, because but it makes sense thematically because in reality, everybody starts out side by side in
Yeah,
the gates,
sure.
fully stretched out. No one's behind anyone else. So when the gates open, even if you're all the way on the outside, if you have a better start than someone else, you're just going to immediately move in front of them before you get to the turn. So it's only just like to be last post position is only a problem in real life if all the horses have all the same speed right out of the gate.
No,
and the
having,
guy on
having
the outside
the
gets
farthest
screwed.
outside post position is always the worst.
Right, but it is only a slight disadvantage, and I
that's
think
true,
this game
yeah.
plays out in that exact way.
Yeah.
So I think it's accurate. Okay, so final thoughts. Who would play this again?
Sure. Yeah.
I really want to. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to go to Geekway to the West, and I kind of want to find a way to bring this with me to play with my family who live in Louisville, Kentucky, and are going to be going to the Derby this weekend.
Are you
I
going?
really.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to go to the Derby. I'm going to be here. But I really want to play this with them because they love horse racing and they go to the Derby basically every year.
And so when-
And my like 5-6-year-old nephew would love this.
Horses actually freak me out.
One question about the betting, because I think that was the most confusing part for me was betting and then just spreading. Like, think about, for example, other racing game like Camelot, which is very clear where you put the bets, but it's a lot more simple how it goes.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing if you know about horse racing, right, this is a lot simpler for you because it's pretty much based and inspired on how it works.
A little
in there.
bit. So the betting in this game is actually much simpler than betting on horse racing because in horse racing you bet on whether the horse is going to win, place, or show,
Yeah.
and there are different odds for. So
Yeah,
basically, if you bet on place, then you get a payout if they get first or second, but you get a lower payout. If you
Yeah,
bet
it's
on show, you get a payout as long as they're in the top 3. But if you bet on win, you get the best payout, but only if they get first place. So that is how that plays out in real life. In this one, you're literally just betting on them, and you're basically making a show bet because you get a payout no matter what. But you actually do get a larger
depends
payout.
on who wins.
Right.
That's what I like about it. Is like
Yeah.
the show might pay out, but only if the favorite wins.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's interesting that way.
Is this what you were supposed to write the bets on? Or like
Yeah.
with
The tote board is how you would record bets. In
But
the
it would be
normal
like a dry erase marker or something?
game.
No, they're
No.
you just has enough.
They're
boards.
papers, though. That would be a great stretch goal in the Kickstarter, Scott, is to have a dry erase tote board, where even maybe you could write in different horse names for if you buy expansions, but maybe you want to print one that has the base game's horses on them, but with a space where you could like cross it out and write in a new one underneath it when you're playing with different horses. I think a dry erase tote board with a marker would be amazing. And if you had like a nice big one, maybe it's a part of a deluxe edition, maybe it's just a stretch goal. I think it would be really awesome. It would add a lot to the game.
I think it would have been easier for us betting if
Yeah.
we could look and see who would bet on what.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, I had
Yeah,
two
that's
things
what
that
I
I
meant,
wanted
yeah.
to note. One is not really like a comment, but I definitely think an auction would have been much more interesting than this.
I mean, now that we
Now
know
that
the
you
horses,
know.
now that
Yeah.
you know the horses,
Yeah.
you might do it differently.
Well, I mean, it's clearly delineated in terms of like favorite stalwarts and long shots. Like,
Yeah.
I think an auction would have been relatively playable
No, but
either way.
it's very easy that one player ruins the experience for everybody else. So
How did they ruin the experience? That's what I don't
So
understand.
okay, so like for example, even though they are marginally balanced, I imagine that we would all place different values on the 4 stalwart horses if it was an auction.
Yeah.
Like I actually don't think I got incredible value out of Noble Indy for
Yeah.
800. I would pay more for him at auction.
Yeah.
But only now that I understand the horses, which was Sam's point.
Yeah, but I think you could have decided that like before,
Well, also
just by looking at the.
I think some of it also depends on how many players you're playing with. So if
Yeah.
you're playing with 4 or 5 players, or it's probably fine. If you're playing like 6, 7, or 8, then you could like potentially someone could get Justify for cheap, and then someone would just screw with someone else later in the game when there was only like 4.
Yeah, I
players.
just don't understand how that's like a bad thing. Like it just
Like
Yeah.
if no one places any value on Justified, that means you gamed like everyone else.
Yeah. No, I like the auction. I would play it again with the auction, but I don't think it's a first time player thing, unless you just. I mean, yes, with everyone being experienced gamers and you being willing to take the extra time for
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
auction
say.
as a first time player, it's probably okay. I don't think it would have been short enough for stream, given that it's already 10 here, and I think that for most of the players that this game is going to strongly appeal to, you would want to do it after they've played once.
Yeah.
So that's why
the way I would have done that is like a blind auction where you write a bid for every single horse. And then you go in order of like who would have won.
I like jockey stretch goals. You can get different jockeys with their own special stats. That'd be a really
That would be amazing.
that would be a really cool expansion.
I
That
think
could be
because like any game with money, the most interesting point, especially in a game like this for me at least, is how you initially like allocate that money to different resources.
So-
So the more resources you have and the more different ways you can spend your money.
So Dark Citadel, what I would want there is I would want the jockeys to be what adds patience to the horse. So the horse has speed and stamina, the jockey has patience, and so if you're really lucky in the auction, you might get a horse like Justify and get a jockey that's very patient.
I would
and
actually,
then you would just wreck
that would be
people.
so-
I would actually prefer each
But the
jockey to
jockey
have
would
a
be more
different.
expensive.
I would actually prefer each jockey to have a different drive number and not like roll
Yeah.
a 1 to disqualify, but each jockey have like different numbers.
Like how each jockey is good at like
Yeah,
moving through a crowd.
You could have different stats for each jockey. You could even have like special abilities per jockey.
Yeah.
Like maybe Mulligan could be a jockey. ability.
maybe one jockey.
Yeah.
Maybe this jockey is the lightest jockey, so you actually add speed, and this other jockey is very
yeah, you
patient.
can like
so
you
add
can model
patience.
it after the jockey. Like
Yeah,
this jockey might like be bad at riding slow, so if you roll a 1 or a 2 on a drive, then you get DQ'd.
Yeah.
But this jockey might be bad at driving
Yeah.
fast, so you
That-
don't want to get
that said,
a high
I
drive value.
do think you run into a couple of issues, which is one, making it all balance as you add that
Yeah.
complexity.
Sure.
Two, you add a lot more pieces to the game, which adds a lot more to the rules
Mm-hmm.
and some other things. But I do think I think these are cool ideas, but I also get the sense that the point of this game is to be as simplistic as possible to play while being authentic in the experience. This to me, this game is like a labor of love. You can clearly tell that Scott loves board games and loves horse racing. Like the theme
And
the
manufacturing
theme of this
quality.
game comes
Yeah.
through stronger than almost any other game that I think we've played on the stream ever.
Yeah.
I think
It
it,
is- it is,
really,
yeah.
really
Thematically,
works.
it's really nice.
I got a little
Super strong
excited when
theme.
everyone was in a cluster. I was like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
When we were all
Thematically, so
clustered
good.
in this, we had like 5 horses right here in the turn. It was like
Yeah, anything
crazy. We were all like, "What's gonna happen?" And like coming into the final stretch, trying to figure out like Noble Indy got that huge lead, and then people started catching up, and then Noble Indy ended up in 3rd and 4th. So like that was awesome. All right.
very fun. Is
So
the board gonna be like this hefty and real, you think?
my guess is
Doubtful.
that it'll probably be smaller in the actual print copy.
I kind of like it actually.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
it, but it would make shipping
Sure,
really
yeah.
expensive. I think just like a normal like, I'm trying to think of what the
Oh, I did have one point. The only other thing I would like is like to have these separated a little bit, like the owner's purse and the bettor's purse. There's just too much money that's all together, and it's hard to
I
tell
think
exactly what's
that
going
just
on.
fits that piece of paper, that size of paper.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
so
yeah
Yeah, I
maybe.
agree.
I mean the owner's purse also like you actually don't deal out most of the money to the owner's purse until the end because you have to add in the DQs to know how to split it.
Yeah.
So you could actually pay out the bettors before you ever deal out the owner money.
Yeah, it didn't like that didn't carry through to me
Yeah.
until like afterwards. I was like, wait, I'm not. I thought that you were gonna get the money after each race.
Right.
So I was like, wait, I
Normally
don't have
you
money
do.
to spend on my
Only
bets.
in the points race do you get. Does the owner's purse not pay out to the end? In the normal game, every race pays out to the owner. And the game also has rules for just a 3-race series where you pay out every race. It just depends on whether you want to be winning the race to be more powerful or betting to be more powerful. In the points race, the points series, betting becomes more powerful, which is how Steve came very close to the two of you, even though he got disqualified in the second
You guys have
race.
50 something.
They were like 60.
No. If you
6,700.
They were at
if you had
67,
gotten,
you were like
gotten 3
56.
points, if you had gotten 3 points, you would have won.
Yeah,
You would've won,
because
yeah.
I got more than enough.
Yeah,
money.
it was really dumb for me to ever drive with that horse. I don't know why I did it.
Especially in
Well,
the second race.
yeah.
After you had that
Smart.
huge lead, you
Maybe it's
definitely
dumb.
didn't
Well,
want to
the
drive.
odds on driving are actually pretty decent.
They're decent, but like I already had +1 just for like
Driving,
riding.
a lot of I
Driving is
think
way more
I
risky
think
than it
driving
seems.
is heavily
Alright.
disadvantaged on a good horse.
Yeah.
7 horses got disqualified across 2 races. That is how bad driving is.
Well, that is how bad we don't understand driving.
Right, but
So
that's my point. Is that like
maybe
driving is actually worse than it seems.
I
7
think
people did not die.
I don't know. I think I actually like not to
the drive should probably be red instead of green, and that will probably give an idea of like.
I
failure.
felt like I drove almost the perfect amount.
Yeah, I felt like I drove pretty well. I drove really aggressively on my shit horse just out of the hopes to win. I didn't realize how close the money was going to come in the end, so I should have just let myself lose.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think
Your
I
shit
drove
horse
pretty
probably
well.
would have beaten Vino Rosso for
Hell
points.
no.
Vino
It was
Rosso
so
was
far
like
behind.
took it easy, but
My boy Jack
He
had a
will
lot
die.
of patience though.
Yeah, but I wasn't getting any of it because I was
Yeah.
always so far behind.
But Vino Rosso gets a -1 on the back half, so you would have caught up. The
I don't know.
-1, the negative in the back half really hurts.
yeah, I really like this.
I speak
Splitting
from
the game in
experience.
2 phases. That is so nice.
All right,
Cool.
so
What's next week?
not even next week. On Saturday, we're going to be doing.
While the derby's happening,
Well, yes, the Derby is also happening on Saturday. But if you're not watching the Derby, or actually, I think before
can
the
do both.
Derby, maybe based on timing.
Why not do
time
both?
zones are hard. But anyways, we're gonna be right here on Tilted Table playing Concept, which is a great game where you're basically trying to think of it as like 20 questions meets I don't know. Anyways,
Think of it as not what Jordan just explained.
it is a game where you're trying
Horse
to
racing.
no,
pictures.
it's a game where you're trying to get a
20
concept
questions
across,
about
but
horses.
you can't ever speak. They're just a bunch of like symbols and pictures and colors and stuff on a
Mysterium
board,
style.
and you can.
Mysterium.
It's kind of like Mysterium, but people get a certain number of guesses as you give clues, don't they?
There's not a certain number. You just keep going. There's
Okay.
like you could use a timer if you wanted
Sure.
to police it, but basically you get like a sheet that has like 9 different either words or phrases. Like Dragon Ball Z is an example, and then you have to like use this board of different objects
Yeah. So you
to
might
try to get him to guess.
right.
Dragon
So you
Ball.
might put a token on a circle to try and make them think of round things. You might put a token on the color of Dragon Balls.
Believe me, when someone
Yeah.
put circle and star, we were like, the sun.
Yeah,
The
circle
sun.
Right, the sun over and over.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
So we're going to be playing Concept with viewers. So viewers will have the opportunity to guess as we are putting out our concepts for everyone. So that's going to be a heavy viewer participation game. And then next week, I don't even know what we're doing. Somebody check the
It's on-
schedule and tell us.
it's on the schedule.
I don't have my phone, so I can't check it.
I guess I'll try it.
Dark Citadel, tell us what we're playing next Wednesday because I've forgotten because
You
my
made
week
the
is busy.
schedule.
My week has been busy.
My week has been crazy.
As opposed to the rest of us.
Yeah, like mine wasn't. Thankfully.
Yeah, it wasn't.
How do I even do that?
Can you view panels on mobile?
Yeah, you can. It's not hard. It's not easy.
So hard.
Dark
wait.
Citadel, what are we playing next week?
Wait, it's Twitch. It's
Tell
not-
us.
Wait, don't you have it pulled up? You have it.
Do you not have a chat command for this?
No.
They should.
Why would
Well,
I?
but it wouldn't be
I
visible.
actually-
It'd be a link.
I don't know how to get to it.
Wait, can I not click on it here? Don't you have Twitter?
How do you get to it?
I'm just gonna go do it because I can get to it. Tortuga. Yes.
Wait,
Steve's
does
game.
Oh,
Does
yes.
this not scroll onto this? Are these
No.
separate computers?
There's
Yes.
some.
Okay.
All right.
Tortuga 1667.
All right.
I don't know anything about it because I bought it like over a year ago and it just hasn't come up yet.
It's part of an awesome series of games that are based on different years and locations.
An expansion of Sea of Thieves. If you like Sea of Thieves, you'll
It's
love
Sea of
this
Thieves,
game.
the board
No,
game.
hell
No.
no.
No. But we are super excited to play it. It comes in an amazing box. It
It's
looks like a
beautiful.
super fun game.
Is the Tortuga Island or is Turtle?
Yeah, it's an
assume-
island.
yes.
It's like a ship
All right.
island.
Producer, do you want to go see if we have anybody to raid?
I'm actually
No,
not even sure if it's
I
a
want
real
you
one.
to-
I'm going to
Settlers
see if
of
we have anybody to
Tortuga.
raid, and you're going to.
It might just be fictional. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, Tortuga. Sounds
Let's
like
find out who
an
we have
island
to
you
raid
find in
here.
Caribbean.
As we call it off, I'm still in my announcer. I'm still in my announcer voice. Wow.
Announcer
Let's
voice.
see.
It's the only voice.
Are we still online?
Let's
Hey guys,
see.
how?
All viewers, remember that I won this game and Steve lost.
That's important.
Just remember that, yeah.
That's not that important to me. I could do without it.
Just remember that is Steve's gonna walk home, or say he's gonna walk home. He's actually gonna get in
I
a
walk
lift,
home literally every
and a
week.
single tear is gonna roll down his cheek. You say that every week, but I've never seen
I
you
do.
walk
I walk
home.
home every week.
Oh, this is
Straight up
interesting.
lies.
What's
All right,
interesting?
we're gonna go say hi to Louis 5NG. I'll
Louis Fiving.
raid Louis 5NG. We will see you all next week.
Saturday.
Yes, on Saturday, which is next week for me at this point. We hope you all have an amazing, amazing evening.
Enjoy the derby.
Go say hi to Louis 5NG. Make sure to let them know where you came from. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, folks.
Bye.
Writing.